This episode,
we discuss the strangely, overtly positive response to the Avatar, The Fire Nation Attacks trailer.
we banter about the finale of The Summer of Pedro as we review director Ari Aster's Eddington and director Matt Shakman's Fantastic Four First Steps.
And we ask ourselves, what the heck is Tom Holland's Spider-Man doing in Scotland?
It's a good question. My name is Simon Eady.
And I'm Adrian Pinter.
Welcome to Split Focus, a film and TV podcast, episode 116.
I'm Tom Holland eating haggis in Scotland. Oops. Okay.
Excuse me.
I didn't realize you started. There's usually a countdown, dude.
It's many seconds in. You're getting messages on your phone immediately. Last time we recorded, episode 115, you were just all over the email. Just emailing it up. Receiving email, sending email. It's kind of rude, I gotta say.
Too many email going about, dude. Dude, this week I'm coming in hot, Simon. Not only was last episode, I was emailing, I was a little tired. I was a little sleepy. I was a little down and out until about the halfway point where I picked up the energy, dude. I'm drinking a coffee right now. I just ate a thing of ice cream swirl for dinner. The swirled ice cream from Costco. My fiance Cassandra picked it up and brought it home for me. I was doing yard work all day. That's my dinner, Simon. I didn't even have time to cook a dinner or eat a dinner. So I just ate a big thing of ice cream and I'm having a coffee. So chances are, partway through this episode, I'm going to have to run to the bathroom for an extended period of time.
You're not serious. You didn't eat. When was the last time you ate a meal? Because that's not one. Ice cream, not a meal.
12:30.
What are you doing?
12:30. I ate like a bear today. Not a large homosexual man, like a bear, the animal. And for breakfast,
I figured you didn't eat a large homosexual man.
No,
I also wouldn't figure you ate a bear. Oh,
like a bear.
Oh, I think you meant all right.
Yeah,
gotcha.
no.
So you ate something similar to a bear. What kind? Grizzly? Polar?
Black.
Black?
Yeah, black.
Okay.
Black bear.
Sorry, you ate like you're a bear. I get it. I'm just being stupid.
Yeah,
so tell me, what do you mean?
I ate a bunch of blueberry. I ate a bunch of blueberries for breakfast.
Oh.
Handfuls. Probably like 3 full handfuls of blueberries. I don't know why. I have a thing with fruit. I don't really eat fruit unless it is prepared and given to me. I like fruit.
Understood.
But the process of eating fruit, I just don't do, or berry or whatever. So my fiance Cassandra washed a bunch of blueberries this morning, just left out a bowl. When there's a bowl of washed blueberries, I'm going to eat them. And I ate essentially an entire bowl of blueberries, like 3 full handfuls. And then later on in the day, my lunch was a bagel, out of character for a bear, but I ate liverwurst on it.
Oh.
So I love me some liverwurst. Bears, I assume, eat liver of some sort.
Maybe.
And then I know for a fact bears do eat ice cream consistently.
Oh, yeah?
So I had ice cream for dinner. So I'm just eating like a big old black bear. And yeah. And again, not a large homosexual black man. Like a black bear, the bear.
No, I got it.
Like the animal.
I understood.
Yeah. And so that was my meal today.
Wow.
And my thing.
It's intense.
So that's really it. The moral of the story, I'm coming in hot, dude. I'm coming in full energy. We're going to have a good day today. You and I, presumably. Good night. It's Friday night.
Okay. Yeah.
We got tomorrow off. It's weekend. I started my job this week. So I've been waking up in the mornings and working. Crazy stuff.
Oh, how was that? Nice?
It's all right. It's good. I'm enjoying it so far. It's really good. Super nice
good.
people. Super nice people. So I'm very happy about it.
That's good.
I'm excited to see where this will go. Hey, what's up with you, man? What's new with you? What's on your mind? What's on your thoughts?
I don't know. How was your yard work?
Oh, dude, it was a pain in the butt. So I like mowing the lawn. It's actually like nice.
Right.
I'm doing the lawn. I like getting the nice lines. It looks good, right? I've just been into it.
Yeah.
I don't know. You reach a certain age eventually, and then you're like, oh man, like, you know what? You can appreciate a nice lawn. I don't know. There's something.
Speak for yourself, but sure.
Me.
Yeah.
So I did my lawn, which was nice. While I was mowing my lawn, I got a Blackstone a while back, like a housewarming gift that my parents gave me.
Huh.
But I haven't used it, so I unpacked it and I seasoned it. So I was spending a couple hours. So I was mowing the lawn, seasoning my Blackstone, and there's all these weeds. I have like the bricks, kind of like a brick walkway. There's just weeds growing through them. So many weeds, rocks. So I was spending like, I don't know, 2 hours just pulling out a bunch of weeds. I don't even get them all. There's so many weeds. I'm going at it with an X-Acto knife. I got gloves on. Some of these weeds got the prickly bits on them. Who's tiring? I didn't do it all. It doesn't look that nice, but hey, it looks better than it used to, and that's what matters, man. That's what matters. Yeah. Okay. Do you enjoy yard work? Do you mow the lawn frequently?
I don't enjoy yard work very much. Oh. No, I find it annoying. I thought about getting AstroTurf for my house. Just getting a little fake grass, but I'm not going to do that. It's very expensive. But yeah. Anyway, speaking of yard work, actually, my neighbor. I've never told this story, and I can't believe I haven't told it because it's a story that's been ongoing, and I feel like I could update it every few weeks. I mean, this is a bi-weekly podcast, the Focus of Film and TV podcast. Every 2 weeks, we launch on Tuesdays, and so
we do.
There's lots of time for things to happen in the film industry world, but also in our lives. So, let me tell you about this neighbor I've got. Okay, I'm going to go mow the lawn. Essentially, last weekend, I'm about to mow the lawn. And then what ended up happening? Can't remember what happened, but I wasn't going to mow the lawn just yet. And strangely, the neighbor just starts mowing our lawn, and we have a camera. He just does it. He just does it for us. Not the back lawn because it's a little gated, thankfully. Yeah. But then he mowed our lawn, and it was very strange because he stopped halfway through and started watering his grass, and then he began to mow our lawn again. Oh. I don't understand what's quite going on there. Anyway, our neighbor's a strange kind of guy. He's very nice because he's done some nice things for us. Like he snow blowed our driveway. We're in Canada here. Nice. It gets very snowy. Last year it was more snowy than the year before, I feel like. And so he was blowing the snow with his snowblower for no reason. He didn't really ask for anything in return. He just did it, which is pretty nice of him, I would say. But here's the deal, okay? We went last week. We went to a game night, and we got home late, like around 11 p.m. 11:45 p.m. actually, because I distinctly remember this. And we were in the car for a little bit when we got back, and then it's like 12 o'clock a.m. in the morning, and all of a sudden we hear this sound, and we're like, "This is the night before he mowed our lawn," and we're like, "What? What's that noise? Is that one of the air conditioners, like spinning up?" No, he's mowing his own lawn at 12 in the morning. It's quite strange.
That's crazy. That's unacceptable.
That's
unacceptable.
Thankfully, it was the weekend, so it's not as crazy on a noise complaint perspective. But still, we were very confused by this. But the thing is that this is not the first time he's done quirky things in terms of yard work.
Does he do drugs,
mowing our lawn is a nice thing to do, but that's kind of the thing. Oh, what a nice neighbor. But yeah, the weird thing is that when we looked out in the morning, we looked out in the backyard. We used the window and like the backside of the house and looked out at his lawn in the morning, like deep into the morning, like maybe like 11 a.m. to 12 p.m. He didn't actually finish his lawn. He only did half of his lawn. But then the next day he mowed our lawn, and he'd still not finished his own lawn. So it didn't make any sense. Anyway, the thing is that last year, I kid you not, 7 days a week, he was pressure washing. 7 days a week. The same deck in the backyard. Oh. Every day of the summer, he basically was pressure washing. And we would hear the pressure washer because it's quite loud. He would be pressure washing at 8 p.m., sometimes 11 p.m., sometimes it was just deep into the morning. He would just be pressure washing his deck. He's an interesting guy. I don't understand. I don't want to criticize him too hard because he is a nice guy in that he did snowblow our driveway at times, and he did, mowed your lawn. More lawn. Yeah, which is very nice of him. But then again, there is a thought process there. Like, what if you cut it too short? What if there's many things like maybe I don't want you to mow my lawn. Maybe I enjoy it like you do, as an example. So he never asked. He just did it, which is a strange, it's all a strange situation, but I actually don't like mowing the lawn. He doesn't know me at all. I don't even know his name. So last year, I think we got him a gift card for the snow blowing aspect, like this, for like blowing our snow. Sorry, do you have a question? Did you have a follow-up question? This is a strange saga with this neighbor. It's a strange
I mean,
saga.
I asked briefly, does he do drugs? Does it seem like he's on drugs? I have no idea.
I don't know. I never smell the weed or anything like next door.
I'm talking, that's not like a deeper? Weed smoking thing, dude. You know, like I smoked not a full joint, but I took a puff off a joint while I was mowing the lawn at like 5 right after work, you know, like,
yeah,
I am weird, but I'm not that weird, you know, like, what are you doing?
But he likes yard work. What drug is going to make you just like yard work to that extent?
It's not about doing the yard work. It's about how he's doing the yard work and the patterns that he's doing.
But that's like kind of like ADHD type situation. The patterns.
Do you think he's suffering with that?
I think he's maybe got some kind of mental thing, perhaps.
Like autism? Like he's on the spectrum? You said it on me. Okay.
But it has crossed our minds. But he is nice because, again, it's very kind of him to blow our strange to say.
Yes, I mean, it's not uncommon that people with autism are nice. They can be. I want you to understand that. So
no, I'm not. That's not. Come on now. Look at you painting me with this brush. No, I'm just saying he's a good guy. I just don't want to. I don't want to paint him as a drug addict. That's what I'm trying to say. Okay. You're claiming he's doing some kind of drug. What drug are you thinking? Like meth or what are you thinking? Speaking of that, actually, there is like this couple that walks their dog and it just poops on our lawn all the time. And it's very annoying. And they seem like they're out of it. They're very much. Every time we catch them on our camera, we're like, I don't know that they're completely all there. But this guy, I think on a drugs perspective, don't think so. He's just weird. Perhaps.
Do they pick up the poop after the dog?
No, sometimes they don't. They just leave a steaming pile of poo on the grass. That's
not nice.
Those are bad neighbors. I don't know where exactly they live, but
yeah, it's tough though, right? And it's like they're doing that. And it's like, but they look like crazy meth addicts. Like, are you really want to put yourself? Hey man, pick up the shit, and they're gonna be like, I'm gonna kill you. I'm gonna stab you for crack or whatever, right?
Yeah, you never know. Oh, speaking of actually, so the neighbor that's doing the lawn mowing and stuff and the pressure washing, he stopped pressure washing, which is so weird. Oh, it was funny, actually. I overheard, this is again a long saga. I overheard the neighbor, that same neighbor, talking to some girl out on the porch of his backyard, his deck. And he was like, and there, I literally heard this woman say, isn't that like a lot of water you're just wasting? And then after that, he stopped pressure washing pretty much. Like it was like he was shamed into not pressure washing. He pressure washed like a couple times after, but then like it was so sporadic, like he just stopped. We thought maybe his pressure washer broke because we can't explain how he's not pressure washed one time, like this year at all. Like we've not noticed pressure. It's not loud, man. It's loud. Like maybe somebody maybe complained. That's what we thought. Maybe he broke it because it doesn't make sense. It's a strange situation. I'm not sure, but it's been a saga.
I feel like if you're pressure washing your deck 7 days in a row, aren't you just like chipping the wood eventually? Aren't you like
that's
peeling
the question?
Off a layer
it must
of wood?
Have gotten damaged. But imagine the water bill. Imagine it. Seriously, that's a lot of water. Every day we were like,
a lot of water.
We couldn't believe it. my fiance and I, we would walk into like one of our rooms when he started pressure washing, and we were like, he's pressure washing again. We just couldn't believe it. Anyway, he stopped pressure washing, and I guess he's a lawnmower now. I don't know.
That's good. He became a lawnmower? No way, dude. That's crazy.
No, so sorry, I lost my train of thought. So what I was going to say was he's the same house. I told that story about there was the students who would like. Do you remember that? They would walk across our lawn every day.
Yeah.
This is. I feel like I'll take this trade off because that was so annoying. Right. It would trigger our camera every day. The dog would bark. It was so annoying. They would like literally walk right in front of the front door over and over again. It's like, guys, like, can you just use the sidewalk? It's like 3 feet away. Like, what are you doing? It's just so close. Not 3 feet, but maybe 3 meters. But still, that's not very far. Just walk on the sidewalk, on the public area. You don't have to walk across our lawn every day. And that was the story where I planted a piece of poo right in their path, and they stepped in it in the camera. I think you may remember.
Yeah,
that
I do
story.
remember that. That's a little psychotic of you, which is I like. I like it.
That's I feel like a Curb Your Enthusiasm thing, or like Seinfeld or something. That's some nonsense. That's some antisocial garbage right there. But we couldn't. They were constantly doing this, and I think we had told them not to. Oh, the reason we did it is because my fiance told them, "Can you not do this? Like, it's triggering our camera every day, and it's making the dog bark." And the guy was literally rude. He walked on the way back. They were shit talking my fiance. That was the thing. We heard it because it was on the camera. Like, we just told you it's triggering the camera, and then they walked back and they called her a name, and I'm like, that's unacceptable. And I got pissed off, and I walked over there after I saw that on the camera. And then I told them not to do it. Anyway, yeah, it was a long saga.
And they stepped in it. Talk shit, step in shit. That's the
and then
phrase.
They stopped doing it. It worked. Psychological. It's all psychological. Then they remember they smelled it. It's like the olfactory nerve. They smelled the poop every time. They were like, should I cross the lawn? No. Yeah. You know?
It's psychic damage. Yeah.
Yeah. In a positive way.
Yeah.
They were not. It's not long-term trauma. Anyway, this is a film and TV podcast, Adrian. Maybe we should get into it a little bit. Yeah. Unless you've got more to talk about.
I do have something. This is kind of related to film and TV, Simon. But my fiance, she just got a library card, right?
Oh, wow. That's rare.
Because, we got a bunch of libraries here in Guelph. So she got one because it's free. It's free to just get a library card.
Yeah,
do you know that?
Cool,
you can just get a library card for free?
Yeah.
And because
I had one as a kid.
Yeah, we watched the show You. We finished it, actually. I'll talk about that a little bit later in the episode. We finished it. Me, yeah. No, you. I mean, me. No. Oh, man, I messed it up. But anyway, so we finished it, and she really liked it, so she wanted to get the book. But then she's like, oh, man, books are expensive. They're like $25. So she just went to the library and got the book at the library. And then she was telling me you can get DVDs and movies and stuff right from the library and video games, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I was today I looked on the library website. I'm like, wow, there's a large selection of thing on here. Like PS5 games. I think I'm going to go to the library. I'm going to get a library card.
Yeah.
And I screenshotted a few games where I'm I've been wanting to maybe try these and they're included. Pacific Drive.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, it's on there. So maybe I'll get that. There's Dragon Quest 3 HD 2D. That's a new game that came out within the last year.
Yeah. That's interesting. Pacific Drive is almost not even in stores.
Yeah.
I work in retail regularly, and I don't see Pacific Drive almost anywhere, if anywhere at all. That's pretty cool. So I wonder if they're choosing, maybe, correct me if I'm wrong because you saw the selection. I wonder if they're choosing more artsy art house type games, more or is the selection just very broad? You'll get a Grand Theft Auto on there. Call of Duty. Is Call of Duty on there? Because
there's no Call of Duty or Grand Theft Auto, but there's Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. That's on there. Dragon Quest 3 is on there. They had, I think Spider-Man was on there.
Okay.
They have a bunch of Switch games, all the first party, Super Mario, fucking one of them.
Wonder?
I forget which one. Donkey Kong Country. They have
Bonanza?
a lot. No, not Switch 2s. The Donkey Kong Country HD remake. There's a bunch. Yeah. So I think I'm going to use that because
that's cool.
Yeah, I mean, save a bit of money. There's a lot of games coming out. Will I have time to play them all? I don't know. But anyway,
how long can you even take? I haven't borrowed anything from the library in a while. How long can you?
My fiance says that they don't really care. The person literally said there's no late fees. If you if someone comes in and requests the book, we'll reach out to you and ask you to bring it back. But it's just bring it back within 6 months or so.
That's interesting.
Yeah, I wonder if it's the same for video games. I don't know. We'll see. I guess.
Okay, that's cool.
I thought that was really cool, man. I thought that was really cool. Libraries, dude. They exist still.
Indeed. Yeah, as a kid, I lived in a different city, so I had a library card back in the day, and there was no video games weren't there that I distinctly remember, but it would have been Super Nintendo games and things like that.
Yeah, because you're old.
I would have remembered. Because I'm old now?
Yeah.
No, that's fair. We all get old.
You're old as shit now.
Whoa. It's a little bit mean. But anyway, Adrian, let's get into some quick bites of film and TV industry news, shall we?
Please. Yeah, please.
We're many minutes in here, so I think it's time. The first thing I want to talk about is interesting. So we're going to talk about this particular thing in more depth, because we're actually going to review it later in the show because we went to go watch it. Fantastic Four First Steps. But the news about Fantastic Four First Steps, because they're now a couple weeks out from the release of it in theaters, is that the second weekend box office was a 66% drop, which is quite substantial. So it isn't great. Thunderbolts had something similar happen to it. Quantumania, like Ant-Man and the Wasp, Quantumania, the similar thing happened. The Marvels, a similar thing happened. Although some of these movies I'm listing also didn't do so well in the first weekend too. I think Captain America Brave New World also had a problem with that. The second weekend drop was bad. But 66% is bad. It's a far below average in what they were doing in general for the Marvel Cinematic Universe as a whole.
Yeah.
So it's not great. I'll just give you the context of where the box office is at right now. Worldwide, they're at $385 million earned. Domestically, it's $214 million. Yeah. Anything strike out at you about this particular statistic?
Yeah, it's interesting because like the 300 whatever you just said, that doesn't seem like much. But again, it's only been out for 2 weeks, so there's still potential for it to continue going. But the most shocking part about this is like this is a movie that is based on a huge franchise, like Fantastic Four. I mean, is quite. I mean, it's a big Marvel family, one of Marvel's first families, right?
Yeah,
and this is like a genuinely great movie, and like the Thunderbolts was also really good, but you had a lot of buy-in, right? You had to know who all these characters are and everything like that. Whereas the Fantastic Four, like this most recent, the Fantastic Four, it's fresh, man. It's in a different universe than the rest of the MCU. New cast, new characters, no background knowledge required. So this was kind of like an easy step in, even if you haven't been paying attention to the rest of the MCU. So it's kind of shocking that this had such a significant drop off because, again, like the word of mouth around this movie as well is incredibly positive. Like I have a lot of friends that I know that watched it night one that spoke very highly of it. And when you look online about it, I feel like most of it is positive. Like when you think about, Superman that came out a couple weeks prior, where I think that movie's excellent. Like it's really good. I really like it. It had good word of mouth, but it also had a lot of like stupid people being like, "Oh, Superman's woke," and like trying to bash it. And it's my understanding that's
the past.
Yeah.
So Dean Cain, for those who don't know, was in. Actually, I liked the show as a kid. Did you ever watch that show, Lois and Clark?
Mm-mm.
I watched it a lot. I was actually, strangely as a kid, I loved that show. I watched it quite a bit. The strange thing, though, is that Dean Cain now is joining ICE. Did you see that?
Yeah, I did, unfortunately.
It's so crazy. What is going on in the United States, man? Anyway, sorry, continue. I cut you off. Go on.
I don't really remember what I was saying. But yeah, all in all, it is quite surprising because, again, like it seemed like it was all positive about this movie, whereas Superman, you did hear some negatives and everything, and I'm pretty confident Superman did much better or had a significantly less drop off in the second week comparatively to the Fantastic Four. So yeah, it's interesting, man. It's unfortunate because this was a really good movie, but I think there is that almost, I mean, we talked about it. I can't remember if it was last episode or maybe the episode prior, but there is that level of fatigue in the MCU, whereas even though this was new and fresh, it's still connected to the rest of the universe, and maybe people have kind of already bowed out, and Superman has the pleasure of starting a new universe, so it's exciting. The irony is the Fantastic Four is in a different universe than the rest of the MCU, so it's interesting.
Yeah, sure.
What do you think, man?
I think it's more complex than that, and I feel like the easy answer is the superhero fatigue. Like the Marvel Cinematic Universe fatigue, which I think that you kind of said. You're saying the second one, I think, in some way. Like people were kind of bowing out after Endgame. It was their end for whatever reason. Anyway, regardless of that, I think it's actually more complex than that. I think Disney did this to themselves in two ways, two key ways, I think. The first way is very obvious. You remember, and we definitely remember this because it was very annoying. The Last Jedi comes out, Solo comes out right after. We talked about this before. Star Wars, that was a Star Wars oversaturation. People didn't understand that Solo wasn't The Last Jedi. They're like, didn't I just see this? There was a problem with that. It was not marketed well, and it caused an issue. But there's like a tiny gap between those movies. That's kind of what they did here. Why? I don't understand why. Was Brave New World, Captain America 4, why did that come out this year in February? And then why did they launch Thunderbolts a couple months later? And then why did they launch Fantastic Four a couple months later after that? Why is it so condensed in like a tiny area of the year?
Mm-hmm.
What's the purpose of that? Like, spread it out,
12 months.
People, make them long for it. We have now we have 12 months before the next MCU movie, which is really a Sony movie, which will sell itself because Spider-Man is always going to sell, it seems like.
Yeah.
But they also gapped out Spider-Man Brand New Day from the other Spider-Man movie, No Way Home. So people are longing for Spider-Man, and people love Tom Holland's Spider-Man. So it's a kind of a perfect recipe. But they didn't do that here. Like, first of all, Brave New World was bad. So that if you want to talk about fatigue, like, you watch Brave New World, that's one of the worst it's the worst Captain America movie, certainly.
Yeah, but didn't it, as of right now, didn't it perform, like, I know it performed better than Thunderbolts, and isn't it tracking to perform better than Fantastic Four? I feel like I read that, but maybe I'm wrong.
You think that, Fantastic Four won't reach it, you mean?
Yeah. Am I wrong about that?
Let's check it out. Let's check the old box office mojo website. It's worldwide, Brave New World got $415 million.
Okay, so
that would be abysmal if if they don't pass that, I would say.
Yeah.
But yeah, the budget, by the way, for Fantastic Four First Steps is over $200 million. I couldn't find an exact number. So they have to at least double that, as the old adage goes. But yeah, for the marketing budget and all that. But so that was the first thing. First of all, they didn't spread it out. I think that's an issue.
Yes.
Secondly, I think that Disney made a mistake early in the pandemic, and they're still recovering for it. And it's not just them that made the mistake. It's the whole industry. COVID caused this thing where people weren't going to theaters. Obviously, we couldn't go to theaters because of the super spreader aspect.
Mm-hmm.
But they also did this stupid thing with, I keep forgetting the name of it, Premiere Plus or whatever, where you could buy it on Disney Plus. So now that's gone, right? We know that's gone. But that's still an issue, because in the end, they're still putting their movies on Disney Plus a lot faster than they would have pre-pandemic. That window is so narrowed now. And now I'm saying that for two reasons. One, because people are less likely to go to the theaters for that reason. Sure, that's fine. That's annoying. The window's narrower. So there's just, if you're not making the craziest move, like an Avengers Doomsday, which will pull people in for the big spectacle of it all, you might lose people for that. And they're like, I'll just stay home and watch it at home. It's going to be on Disney Plus. You know that it's going to be there because Disney Plus didn't even exist pre-pandemic anyway. It existed in 2019, the late stages, and then COVID happened right after that. So that's part of it, but that's not the only part. I think like the other problem is, I feel like that's the main thing, is the window is narrowed so badly that it's caused an issue. Oh, sorry. My other thing I was going to say, the repeat viewers now, why would you go repeat view a movie when you could just watch it again on Disney Plus in a few months? Which, remember, we would go to repeat view lots of movies in the MCU. And I think that market is gone. So when they talk about like the second weekend box office, it's like, why did it drop off? Well, there was a lot of fans repeat viewing a lot of these movies. So now you don't have repeat viewers as often because they know that they're having it on Disney Plus. Because again, Disney Plus didn't exist before. So Endgame came out, and then Disney Plus came out after that. There's like, you kind of ruined your own chances for box office. The last thing I want to mention about this. Sorry, if you want to go off of that point.
Well, yeah, just to play devil's advocate, how do you explain Lilo and Stitch's success, though? Because that crossed $1 billion.
So my argument is that, like, if you make enough of a spectacle and you hit it big, you can do it. You could still do what you did before. And you can maybe still get repeat viewers, whatever. It can still happen, especially because word of mouth among families. That was like a family film. It really drummed up hype. So it worked out. But the problem is that the MCU is oversaturated with, it's a combination. You had 3 movies come out in half of a year. So you kind of, and one of them wasn't really regarded as good. Thunderbolts was like, why aren't people seeing it? And then nobody went to see it. And then Fantastic Four was the best maybe of the 3. I think Thunderbolts might have been better from my perspective. We'll talk about that later in the review. But I think you're right. I like that, a devil's advocate question, because I think that's true. But I think that Lilo and Stitch is maybe the first, not the first good one, but haven't been that many live actions that people have been passionate about. I think it was like the perfect storm for a live action remake of a Disney movie, of a classic animated Disney movie. And I think that the family word of mouth was like, hey, have you seen they go to the kids, party, the birthday party, and they're like, oh, have you seen Lilo and Stitch? It's like, no. And you know what I mean? Like, it kind of, you can drum up the hype for it. I mean, Fantastic Four could be that too, but there's just something about Lilo and Stitch. I mean, dude, explain the Minecraft movie. It doesn't make any sense. Some of these box office results aren't exactly logical in some aspects sometimes, because viral things are strange. But I think that Lilo and Stitch might, I don't know. I think that also Disney movies just do well. Inside Out did really well in theaters. Inside Out 2.
Yeah, but Elio was a total flop.
Yeah, Inside Out 2 is an established franchise. So is Lilo and Stitch. There's an advantage of an established franchise, but you're right. Elio was a bit of a flop. That's true.
I think it was a major flop. See it. I think it made like 100. I don't even think it made 200 million in the box office. If I remember reading something about it. Again,
it's reviewed very well too. It's 83%, but it's not a 90. Like that's the thing. Like I don't know. Like the problem is that everything's narrowing because I still think they kind of did this to themselves. But Lilo and Stitch didn't get reviewed that well either. Elio has no franchise power at all, though. Dude, do you remember what Elio's about right now? If I just ask you off the top of your head, no, I know that's the problem. Is like I
googled it and it's a kid wearing a cape with a bug man.
I know.
I have no idea what the fuck that is.
Like it's almost harder to market. Like it's not an easy. Well, obviously it's not a franchise, but it might be amazing, but the marketability is. It's like the movie that only went to, what was the name of that movie that went to Disney Plus immediately? It was in Italy.
Disney Plus, man.
It's Pixar went animated.
Oh, dude, I know what you're talking about.
It's really good. But imagine marketing that in theaters. The same problem. Even like Seeing Red.
Oh, that's driving me. I love Seeing Red.
It's great, but I wonder if that one would have been easier to market because you got a big red panda. You know what I mean? That's maybe cute. An easier one to market. It's tricky, I think.
Luca.
I don't know. What? Luca. Yeah, Luca, which I think that same directing team is making another one movie. Wait, was it Elio actually? Was it Elio? Know. Was that the one? No, it wasn't.
No.
They're making something.
Ciao Alberto. No, that's a short film. I don't know. They're coming out with something next year or something, if I recall correctly. Yeah, Luca. Anyway, very well rated. That movie's great, man.
I think there's like an element of like some of it's a bit of magic. You have like also like a bit of marketing magic in there. There's a lot of things that it's hard to really completely put your finger on, I think, for some of these studios. But I think the Fantastic Four one, that's the reasoning from what I think has happened. I think it's less about superhero fatigue. As a whole, I think there's this idea that we've got so many superhero movies and you really have to stand out. But then also you did this to yourself because you put all the superhero movies in a tight space. Why did they do that? I still don't get it. I don't get it.
Yeah, like, I mean, I'll also add on to this, man. It's like we are outliers. Like we go to the movies at the very least, once every 2 weeks. I feel like, I mean, at least this year, it's been almost every week.
Right.
Right. But we are outliers. There are people that go to the movies maybe once or twice a year. And within the past month and a half, not only did a new Jurassic World movie come out, but then you have a Superman movie starting a franchise. And then now Fantastic Four is the third movie. Maybe the other people were like, man, I just went to the movies like a month ago or 2 weeks ago. It's $50 for a night out. Like, it's like, I don't want to do that.
Because you're taking your family. Yeah. Like, that's completely right too. That's a great point too. Like you have Superman that came out 2 weeks before. It's barely a gap. And like, I know that Marvel's like, well, we're Marvel. Like there's a little bit of arrogance there. Cause I think like you go in August, like there's just less movies this month in August. Why not?
There's still, there's still quite a few movies, just nothing big. But like, I mean, don't even go in August, man.
Blockbusters. There's lots of movies, but the blockbuster, there's, in comparison, especially superhero, there aren't any superhero movies. Like you need to spread yourself out from the DC universe as well. And I think James Gunn going first was smart on James Gunn. Like good for you, man. Like you ran this, like there's got to be a bit more strategy on the Disney Marvel side. It feels a little bit more haphazard than it's ever felt. But Fantastic Four is fantastic. So I will say that. I think
Four.
Yeah, sure.
viewers.
It's also, yeah. But yeah, we'll get to that too. But that's kind of my reasoning. I think that there's more to it, and I think it's easy to chalk it up to superhero fatigue, which I read a few articles that were like, superhero fatigue. It's like, no, I don't think so. I think like the problem is that they did this to themselves in some way, and then they didn't really do enough to like, again, you just need to completely push yourself away from everything and make less movies. I honestly think they should go 2 movies a year, one in the first half of the year, one in December, November time. What's the problem with that? One in the summer, one in the end, or one in the beginning, one in the end? Like next year, we got, for some reason, Spider-Man in the middle of the year, and then 6 months later, we got Doomsday. And I don't think Spider-Man's even going to be in Doomsday. So it's like, how are you connecting this? Like, how's that work? I don't know. It just seems, again, not good.
Yeah, Spider-Man's not going to be in Doomsday. He's going to be in Scotland, dude.
Yeah, right. Are you segueing? Are you segueing?
Dude, I'm segueing. Look at me. Now it's less smooth because you pointed it out, but yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Sorry. I'm trying to find my document. Oh, okay. Here it is. Yeah. Okay. So we're going to skip the other part that was supposed to be there and talk about Spider-Man now. Thanks a lot. I created a natural segue and you ruined it. But okay. So yeah, Spider-Man's filming in Scotland, Glasgow, Scotland, which is interesting. And they're doing the practical swinging. This is the main reason I'm bringing this up, I think. So people are really excited about this. It's Destin Daniel Cretton from it's the Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings director, right? Instead of John Watts. And so people were saying, I saw a post about this and I found it really annoying. I saw a post that literally said, "Oh, they're doing the practical swinging. Look how good it looks." And look how good it looks. And I wish we should have just had Destin Daniel Cretton to begin with instead of John Watts. My reaction to that was, what are you talking about? Those movies are some of the best in the MCU. Are you serious? And they seem serious. So anyway, people love practical swinging. It's a very important, like Spider-Man web slinging and swinging across New York City. It's very important to people in a way that I don't understand clearly. But anyway, any thoughts on this and any thoughts on the footage of Tom Holland's stunt double and Tom Holland filming in Glasgow, Scotland, Adrian?
But my question is, what is he doing in Scotland? Why did Spider-Man go back to Europe after the Jake Gyllenhaal debacle?
You know what's happening here. Come on.
No, I don't actually. I'm not even being facetious. What's happening?
Oh,
I'm not.
You're not.
Yeah, maybe I'm missing something.
No. You got a little smirk on your face. I could see you. Anyway, no, man, it's New York City. So it's cheaper to film there.
It's New York City and Scotland since when, dude?
You're being facetious. Don't you lie to me. You know what they're doing. You saw the footage. There's New York City cop cars. Come on.
What's Punisher going to do in Scotland?
You know the answer to the question. Move on. What is John Bernthal's Punisher going to do in Scotland? Why is he even there?
Let me tell you something.
There's not that much crime in Scotland.
Yeah. I'm sure there is, actually. I don't know.
There's so few guns there. You know?
Yeah.
He's like, he'll have more guns than the rest of Scotland. Just have guns. He'll have all the guns in Scotland.
Just throwing fucking haggis at people, dude. He's just fucking going through the streets throwing haggis. Have you ever had haggis?
Maybe. No.
It's actually really good. Not even joking. Yeah, it's good.
Okay. Cool. Yeah. I don't really know what it is. I just realized.
It's like I think it's like a sausage using like sheep intestine or something, if I recall correctly, and it's just filled with stuff. I don't know, it's good. It's good. Okay. I mean, a lot of sausage is made with the intestine of the beast.
Yeah. That's fair.
But haggis, it's savory pudding traditionally made with sheep's heart, liver, and lungs minced with oatmeal, suet, onion, and spices, and encased in a sheep's stomach. Yeah.
Wait, there was like literally, did you say intestine at all in that entire sentence? I think not.
I didn't.
The only thing not listed is no intestine.
I didn't. So it's okay though.
There's so many body parts in there. So many internal organs, but no intestine.
I mixed up the one thing that's not in there. I was thinking about what's not in it, actually. That's what I was thinking of, dude.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah. All right. Yeah, anyway, what do you think of this? What do you think about this? What do you think about Spider-Man?
Yeah, I mean, like, Spider-Man. It's cool. It's cool. Yeah. Again, the point that you made with the Dustin Creighton, Michael Creighton. If
Michael Crichton, isn't that the writer for Westworld?
That seems right, and technically the writer of Jurassic Park. No,
He's also Michael Clayton. Yeah, Jurassic Park. Yeah, he also wrote Jurassic Park. That's right. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, it's Michael Crichton. Yeah.
Yeah, but the guy. Yeah, I don't know. That's a stupid statement. I love Shang-Chi. But yeah, that's a silly statement. Yeah, I don't know. It's cool,
which
man.
statement did you make? Sorry, I missed it.
I don't remember, dude. I don't remember. My mind's going a mile a minute.
You're just saying his name weird. Anyway, Destin Daniel Cretton is his name.
That guy. I like Shang-Chi, so it's cool that he's directing this one. We'll see what happens. I mean, again, like we have very little to go off of. It seemed apparently it's going to be a more focused story. So cool, man. I'm excited. I want to watch this movie. But I mean, like seeing those scenes with the practical swing, it's not like I was like, oh, I'm so excited now. Like it's just like cool, man.
It didn't look that good to me though.
Yeah,
that's the
they're probably going to CGI it anyways.
Like, oh, they have to. Of course they do. Well, they're not going to have the weird rig up. I just don't even understand. Like my fiance and I both looked at it and we're like, "Is this good?" We're like, "It's not. It doesn't seem better." People are obsessed because like Mark Webb. Was it Mark Webb? Who is it that famously did do? It was in the Amazing Spider-Man movies, right?
Yeah,
it was
1 and 2. Mark Webb.
Yeah, but it was practical.
Best director name for a Spider-Man movie.
100%. 100%. That we can agree on. But no, but Mark Webb was the one who did practical effects for Andrew Garfield swinging, wasn't he? Or was it Tobey Maguire?
That seems right. I don't know for sure. I'm just going off of what you're saying.
But then John Watts said it wasn't going to look good, and then people clowned on him. And they're like, "Oh, that's so stupid. It does look good." But it's like I never saw the swinging in his movies, like whatever. I almost said No Man's Sky. Spider-Man Homecoming. What's the second one? Far From Home?
Far From Home and No Way Home.
No Way Home. All three of those films. I didn't look at the swinging and say it was bad. I never thought that once. I don't know about you.
I don't remember. I literally cannot picture a single time that Spider-Man swings in those movies.
Oh, well, that's not good then. Maybe it wasn't that good. Mark Webb,
I don't think there was ever a moment where I was like, wow, the swinging looks good. But there definitely wasn't a moment where I was like, wow, the swinging looks bad. So there's a scene where he's just webbing the boat together. I remember that.
Yeah. But he's not swinging. He's in the middle of the water.
He's swinging through it and going like...
Yeah, kind of, I guess. That would have been almost impossible to do practically, I guess. Because, again, he's in the middle of the water. Yeah. You know what? They should have just invented the webs. Tom Cruise would have done it.
Yeah. Yeah, I did. I was thinking the same thing, man.
You know, it's interesting how physical Tom Holland is, because he is actually a gymnast. Like he was trained as like a dancer, I think. So like he can do a flip, literally. Spider-Man do a flip. He can do one, which is cool. I always appreciated that about that, because I believe I saw an interview with, was it Chris Evans? I don't remember. But anyway, it was about Tom Holland, and he literally did a flip in the audition, which I thought was pretty cool. It's pretty neat.
Hey, Spider-Man do a flip. I'm Zach Cherry from the hit TV show Severance.
Yeah, that's right.
Also on season 1 of You. It's me, Zach Cherry.
Me?
Yeah, you, dude. Yeah.
Okay. Let's move on from Spider-Man filming in Scotland to Spider-Man teaser trailer, which is going to be a very short conversation. And then we can talk about the other trailers this week or this last 2 weeks. What did you think about the teaser trailer? Because it's almost nothing.
Yeah, it's just him in a suit that I feel like I don't remember it looking much different than the other suits, but it must. I don't know.
It does. It does look different, but yeah, it looks less high tech. And I think the cooler thing was, I love that set thing where they walk. They did this for the Avengers Doomsday hype video as well, where they were like walking through that big like it was almost like a blast door. I just love that. You saw that trailer, that small one? There was the small teaser. Like, there was a small teaser trailer, though, with just showing the suit. And then there's one with Tom Holland saying, we're starting to film now, or whatever he said. So that was cool. But,
in Scotland, what am I doing? Spider-Man's in Scotland again.
Yeah, sure. I'm very excited about this movie, though.
Yeah.
I am very, very hyped. It makes me sad about the Fantastic Four thing, to go back to that for a brief second. I am sad that the box office didn't do well. And again, because we're going to talk about it later, and it is really good. And it's kind of crappy. But I will say, oh yeah, that was the way I was going to close off that discussion. These movies, as I said before, they have two shots because Disney Plus does exist. People do subscribe for Marvel movies. When it goes to Disney Plus, they're going to get another shot at making money. Even if it just breaks even, it still makes money. And maybe it's worth it, not as like I was going to say loss leader. It's not a loss leader, but it brings people to Disney Plus as well for the rewatch potentially. I don't have that data. I imagine though Disney may not be as upset about it as the rest of the industry seems to be. Because when you look at the industry and like all these articles coming out and say, oh, the 66% drop for the second weekend is a devastating thing. I think maybe for Disney on the inside, they're like, actually, it's not so devastating because we get a lot of Disney Plus traffic and that's a huge driver of our revenue. So that's my prediction about that. With Thunderbolts as well, I feel like Thunderbolts may not have quite done as well as they wanted, but I think it maybe does a lot better overall than we.
Is Thunderbolts even on Disney Plus yet?
Is it? I don't know. It's a good question.
I don't think it is. I feel like I haven't seen it. If it is,
I thought it was just added. Maybe I'm wrong.
You might be right,
but you think about. I think that another way to think about it too is like Xbox Game Pass. A weird thing to think about, but if you think about Game Pass games, there is no box office. They don't get any money. The money is all in the subscriptions completely. And a lot of the games going to Game Pass on like a day and date, like Doom, the Dark Ages, cost more money to make than these films. So how are they making money at Xbox and Microsoft here? And they claim it's profitable. There's got to be, if Disney has two shots at making money from both the box office and Disney Plus, I think they make a lot more money than people are like panicked about. And so I don't think this spells the end of the MCU in any capacity because of that thought.
Yeah, I think we should be, blaring those alarm bells as if like Spider-Man does poorly and then Avengers Doomsday does poorly. I think that's when you can bad. Yeah. That's I think when you can start worrying a little bit.
Because Doomsday is probably the budget's probably huge, man. That's the thing. It's probably over $300 million, I imagine.
It's probably like $1 billion with just the cast.
No. $100 million is just Robert Downey Jr.
Yeah. Thunderbolts is not on Disney Plus yet.
Oh wow, okay.
Yeah.
Interesting. Yeah. Maybe they're strategically holding it back so they can remarket it again after Freakier Friday, I know you've seen a lot of ads for Freakier Friday and Fantastic Four First Steps, which is just, maybe they're trying to hit.
Point spoiled.
Yeah, I know, ridiculous, but yeah. Okay, cool. That's it for our MCU talk. I think let's get into some of the other trailers released this by week. Adrian, I have a lot of trailers listed here. I'm just going to list them off and see which ones you latch onto. But Avatar: Fire and Ash was a big debut trailer at the Fantastic Four First Steps, like in theaters as like the last trailer they showed as like this. Oh, look at this trailer for Avatar! Aren't you excited? They also had Zootopia 2 release trailer recently as well. There's Blue Moon. There's The Lost Bus. Blue Moon is a Richard Linklater movie with Ethan Hawke. It looks like a bottle episode. It looks like it's in one bar and that's it. It's also got Margaret Qualley in it as well.
Oh,
it was at a few film festivals, so that's more of an artsy movie, but it maybe we'll get some Oscar buzz and award season buzz. Yeah. There's also The Lost Bus. Did you see the trailer for this? This looks intense.
I watched the first trailer, but if they just came out with a more recent one, I have not seen that.
I believe there was one more recent, just because I saw it on like a trailer kind of amalgamation video.
Because that's Matthew McConaughey in a bus, and he's like, "There's a missing
Saving
bus,
children.
and I got a bus to find this missing bus to get the kids." And there's fires.
He is
everywhere.
driving the bus, so he is the lost bus, but it's his bus.
No, he's not the lost bus.
He's saving the children.
Yeah, the lost bus is the bus with the children.
No, he goes to pick up children at a school that are stuck in like a place with forest fires in California. It's he's a bus driver.
Yeah.
And he goes to the place. He's not like a bus. He's not like a bus rescue hero. He's not looking for buses. He is driving the bus.
Okay, then yeah, I misunderstood. I thought the kids were on a bus that were lost, and he's the bus
driving.
looking for the lost bus.
I
don't know. I didn't watch the most recent trailer, so you know
anyway,
better than I do.
It looks cool. It looks cool. Paul
Apple TV Plus.
Greengrass is the director of this. I kind of like Paul Greengrass because I like the Jason Bourne movies, especially the Bourne Ultimatum. I think is excellent. Mm-hmm. Did you watch any of the Bourne movies? I can't remember if you ever ended up watching them. Yeah, they're worth it. I'd say the first 3 are really good. I don't know about after that, but it's good.
I'm only going to watch the one with Jeremy Renner.
No, don't do that. It's not terrible, but I would recommend the ones with Matt Damon. They're good. The first 3. Okay. They're very gritty for the rating that they are, and the fights take a long time. Like the fist fights, like they're one-on-one fights. They hit very hard, and there's almost at the time, I don't know, maybe not now, but I remember thinking to myself, wow, there's nothing like this in terms of fight choreography, because they're like just 2 guys going at it for like a long period of time, and I think they just like don't play musical score in some of them, so like it's just like they'll hit each other with a toaster or something like that. And it's just really brutal. They're brutal. They're not. I don't think they're rated R though. So like there's like a. Anyway, it's good. I recommend. Next thing to mention, I guess, for trailers, there's American Sweatshop. That trailer looks crazy. That actually looks really good. Another more artsy movie.
Oh yeah, that's the one where it's like the call center, right? And it's the girl from.
It's not a call center. It's like a Facebook moderator set, which is also crazy.
Yeah, Lily Reinhart, right? She's in that.
Yeah, she's the main character.
What's that show called that I never watched? Riverdale.
Oh. Yeah, but this is crazy because she discovers something crazy. But the interesting thing is that it's directed by. Oh man, I know her name, but I don't remember exactly which episodes, but she's directed like episodes from Stranger Things, Severance, and one other thing that I was like, oh man, this is like, these are heavy hitter. Like she directed Attila from Severance as an example. It's Uta Berchowitz. I'm trying to find her name. Sorry.
Bracewitz.
Can't find Bracewitz. Oh, you see it. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Anyway, that looks really good. That one out of the artsy movies in this lineup, I'm more interested in that than probably the others, but it's crazy.
Me too, man.
She sees like almost like a serial killer, and she's trying to solve it, but no one's taking her seriously. Is basically the plot.
That's not your job. Director. Your job is to moderate the videos.
Yeah, exactly.
So they say, and she's like, but there's a serial killer. There's someone serial killing, and I know it. I see his face from the videos. And like, stop it. That's not your job. And then she's like, I'm going to go on a mission. And then her people are like, you're going to get yourself hurt. And she's like, no, I'm not.
Yeah, she sounds like that too.
Yeah,
it's crazy.
I think I nailed it. I know I'm playing it up, but genuinely great trailer. I'm definitely interested in it. I know you mentioned Zootopia 2. I really like the first Zootopia movie. Yeah, this one looks good. It looks cute. It looks fun. It looks interesting. I think it's great. I guess like I'll watch it. There's a snake.
It's true. There is a snake. And I think you missed one trailer that we should maybe talk about here. Avatar: Fire and Ash. Mm-hmm. Arguably the biggest trailer of the bunch that we've listed. And if there's any other trailer, feel free to talk about it. But let's talk about Avatar for a second, okay? What were your thoughts about this Avatar: Fire and Ash trailer? This is the third in the Avatar series of films by James Cameron. Mm-hmm. He's written and directed this just like he did the other 2. Mm-hmm. What do you think of this trailer? And are you excited for Avatar coming out soon? It's December.
Yeah, dude.
It's very soon.
Yeah, interesting thing about Avatar: Fire and Ash on YouTube. The official Avatar channel, 19 million views of this trailer, releasing 11 days ago.
Yes.
You know what has the same trailer? 20th Century Studios India, 25 million views.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Cool.
So it's interesting. Over 40 million views between those two trailers.
So what you're trying to say is people love it.
Yeah. And it's interesting. You pointed this out to me that
the theater.
people are are weirdly positive about this movie. You look at the comment section. There's no one being like Avatar's overrated, blah 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 blah.
Yeah,
that's our job. That's what we're about to bring up.
It's I guess so. We got to counterbalance it.
Yeah, people are very positive about it, and it's weird, dude, because I just don't get it. I watched the first Avatar movie twice. I watched it when it originally released, and then we rewatched it, you and I, prior to the second one coming out. And I'm like, a bunch of cool ideas executed poorly because it's just Pocahontas. But it's a super cool world, and I'm like, man, this would make a really good video game. Funnily enough, they did make a video game since. Never played it. I don't know if it's good. But
beautiful game. Like, it looks really visually stunning. That's its advantage.
An interesting thing about that game came out like almost 2 years ago. They're releasing a third-person update for it.
Right around the movie.
Oh, that makes sense.
Pretty smart.
So maybe I'll play it just for a little bit of what's the thing?
Synergy.
Thank you, Simon. Thank you.
Yeah.
Second movie, I did not like, really. I think it's fine. I think it's better than the first. I don't really remember it though. And you pointed out it's just Tarzan. So it's like, instead of it being Pocahontas, now it's Tarzan. There's a scene with a whale for like 4 minutes. That's when I went to pee. So I've never seen that scene.
I just love that you came back and it just finished.
Yeah.
That was crazy. Because you knew, to be fair, because you read online that's the best time to go pee. It's a long movie. So you went right as the whale showed up, like, I'm leaving. And then you got back. You didn't miss much. And you just got back as the whale was finished up. So,
so I remember not really loving the second movie. And I feel like, if I recall correctly, like Zoe Saldana's like character, like she was kind of underutilized, and they added some characters, and it felt weird. Right? What's wrong? Why'd you make that face?
I feel so embarrassed. My alarm went off here.
Oh, I didn't even hear it. It's
my
okay.
Timer, my watch.
Your face was alarming to me. That was the alarm.
I screwed up. I'm sorry. I think it would have caught it in the mic, so I apologize. Anyway, go on.
No worries. So I'm watching this trailer, and it's like, again, visually stunning. These movies look beautiful. It's cool, cool ideas. Weird that they're essentially doing, Avatar: The Last Airbender. The first movie's air, the second movie's water, the third movie's fire.
Did we talk about that? We must have talked about that before.
Maybe.
It's a strange coincidence.
Yeah.
Like, what? Because I've been thinking about this, actually. This is a thing I've been thinking about with a lot of things in my life recently. I don't know why this has come up, but it just keeps coming up over and over again. I think about, like, when I was a kid, I used to think about certain things to be strange. And I was like, that's weird. Example I came up with recently is like, oh, that's weird. Lawyers charge by the hour. How are they honest about that? And then everyone just accepts that lawyers charge by the hour, and there's no real system of determining whether they actually work for the hours they bill. There's like no way to know. And I'm like, that's what I thought as a kid. Like, that's actually an issue. It's strange. And so I'm thinking about this, like, as a kid, when Avatar was coming out, I was like, oh, Avatar? You mean like The Last Airbender? I literally thought that. And then later on, we just accept now that Avatar is two different things. One very popular movie series and one pretty popular animated series. It's pretty popular, but it's not the movies that make billions of dollars a movie. So yeah, it's crazy that they seem to coincide despite the fact that they are not related at all. What is that about? I don't get it. We just accept it though. We just accept that. That's just normal.
Yeah, it's super weird, man. And it's funny because they're coming out with new Avatar: The Last Airbender movies that take place between Avatar: The Last Airbender, the show, and The Legend of Korra, the show.
Yeah.
Never watched Legend of Korra. Apparently it's not that great. But the original Avatar: The Last Airbender, like 3-season arc, awesome, dude. I love it. My sister's having a kid soon. When I'm hanging out with that kid, once he's like, I don't know, 3, conscious, he's like a bit able to comprehend.
He's conscious.
Yeah. I'm gonna watch that show with him, hands down, no doubt in my mind. So it gets me pretty excited about that. And anyways, I'm going off on tangent. We're talking about Avatar: Fire and Ash. But yeah, watch this trailer. Visually stunning, really cool. But the trailer itself, I don't think is good. It's a bunch of one-liners that have nothing to do with one another, and just characters talking to each other. It's like, I watched the previous 2 movies. I don't know who the fuck these are. They're all blue people. They all look the same, dude. I know. Like,
the fire people racist, do look different. They got like ash on their face.
I know. I'm saying the blue people, because the fire people are kind of reddish.
Oh, I
I'm-
see. You don't find that our original cast looks
Yeah,
distinct enough. Yeah, we don't remember it also because
Yeah, and they're
not
talking
major
to
fans
each
of
other,
the
and they're
series.
like, "You're living with hate in your heart." And I'm like, "Okay, I know that's Jake or whatever his name is."
Why'd you
But
say
like, who the
Uka? Did you do that on purpose?
No, I didn't do that on purpose. I'll be honest with you. Uka.
Okay.
But yeah, it's like,
Uka, you're living with hate in your heart. What is that?
but you know, he
The
says something
tribal.
along those lines. I'm like, I don't know who he's talking to. That could be his wife. That could be his son. I can't even remember if he has kids.
Either. I couldn't remember who they are. Yeah.
So it's like all these scenes are happening with one another. I'm like, this just seems so disjointed. I'm like, I'm confused. Are they fighting the Fire Nation, or are they teaming up with the Fire Nation against
The Fire Nation?
well, yeah, whatever. I don't know what the fuck they call them. Or are they teaming up with the Fire people to fight the military people that also
There
turn
were no
into
military people in this trailer, were they?
Yeah.
Were there? It's not
yeah,
weird?
there were briefly.
there were.
Because
Oh,
there's the
sorry.
ships, and it's the military guy from the first movie that's the bad guy becomes the blue guy in the second movie, and he doesn't die
Right.
because he's in this. I'm spoiling it because it's
Gotcha.
in this movie. You see it in the trailer. He's alive. He's like, I'm
Yeah,
the
yeah,
military
yeah.
guy, but he doesn't say anything. So it's like
Yeah.
this trailer is just. I don't think it's a good trailer personally, but people are so in love with it. I'm like, it's just a bunch of one-liners and
So-
it looks pretty. I'm like, what's this?
up with this? So this is a mystery that we don't really dive into enough, because there's an element here, and I messaged you this after the trailer came out. There are a lot of big movie franchises, right? And there's like a lot of franchises that there's a lot of this nonsense about people talking woke this, woke that, this is so woke. And you look at the movie they're talking about and it's like Superman. And you're like, okay, kindness is woke now. I guess I don't know which part is woke about it. I mean, like, I don't understand. Like, what are you talking about? But there's lots of that, like, going around everywhere, and you're like, that's strange. Like, I can't really put my finger on it. But then Avatar, which is literally about native indigenous people being attacked by literal Americans. That is what they're being attacked by, and it's basically like Fear of the Other, the movie, and then. There's an element of it's all about climate change. It is about like preserving the climate, which is, again, isn't that what they think woke is? I don't understand. Like, maybe not the climate bit, but certainly the fear of the, like, these people don't look like us. We should, I don't quite understand. Like, they would be rooting for the Americans who are the villains in the Avatar series, but they're not. They're rooting for the Avatar people.
Maybe
like,
they are, and we just don't know it. Maybe if you look at the comments, they're like, man, I can't wait to see all these blue guys get fucked up.
Yeah, maybe that's what it is. It's like they keep winning, god damn it. The villains keep winning. It's the blue people. They keep winning. It's like a racial, it's very race, like it's about race in a way. It's about, not being racist against these blue people. It's not being afraid of the other, and this xenophobia. Like, I don't understand what is going on, and that's not woke. If you look at the comment section, people are so happy about this. But you know what? I don't want to take it from them, because I love this. I love this for us as a society, because there's nothing like that. I don't know of anything else like this that is clearly kind of progressive, like Avatar, but that everyone just accepts as good for some reason.
Yeah.
And we don't like it because the story's not original, but maybe it's the simplicity of the plot, Adrian. They're like all behind it because they don't want to think too hard about the plot. But then you look at Disney Marvel movies, and they're calling Marvel movies woke all the time now. Superman, like, is a good example for DC. I don't know. I just wanted to bring that up again because I think on the podcast as well, because I just, it's a puzzling thing. It's the most puzzling thing about movies, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Is that
are we right wing now, Simon? Because we don't like this?
No, but we don't dislike it for those reasons. We dislike it for the movie film, the writing aspect, where it's just not written in a particularly interesting way. It's kind of boring, and that's our issue with it, because I don't know, what is it really doing? We kind of know the story of Pocahontas, so it's so predictable that we know exactly what's going to happen. I guess that's kind of the problem with it. There's like no threat of them. I want them to lose in this one. That's an important aspect. I want them to lose a little bit. Infinity
They kind
War
of lost a little bit in the last one, but not fully.
A little bit.
Right?
Yeah.
But I don't remember how. I just remember there's a bunch of shit going on. A bunch of people died.
There's a guy named Spider.
Oh yeah, the weird Tarzan looking guy. That kid's unsettling to look at. In the environment that he's in. I don't, but
It's
also
strange.
just in general. It's just like I don't like.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. It's just crazy because will it make this is the last question I guess we should talk about. Is it going to make $1 billion again? Is it going to make $2 billion? Did the second one make $2 billion again? Is that what happened? Because I can't remember.
I don't think so.
Box
I don't
office,
think so.
It did. It's in the 2 billion. $1 billion is an easy cross, but to cross the 2 billion mark is not as easy. So box office, Avatar, what was it called? The Way of Water.
Yeah.
The most interesting thing about The Way of Water is that Kate Winslet held her breath for 7 minutes. That was the coolest part, in my opinion.
Yeah, $2.3 billion.
There you go. Oh, you found it
Holy
before me.
smokes,
Yeah, 2.3 billion. There you go.
That's crazy.
Crazy.
I don't know. Maybe this one's going to do that well. I mean, there's 40 million people that watched the trailer. More than.
That's the thing. Cool. People are excited. I'm kind of happy for it. I actually gotta be honest. Like I know that you kind of said we're gonna. I did too. But we're gonna counterbalance the love of it. But I am not probably gonna watch this in theaters. I think I'm just maybe gonna hold off on this one. If there's something else coming around the same time, coming out around the same time, I may not see it. Unless you really want to go see it, we'll see it. But we didn't even see The Way of Water until like way later because we were doing a podcast and we thought it would be a good idea. That's what really. You remember that? That's why we went to go see it. And then we're like, yeah, that was fine. And there's this is the other thing about Avatar. They're so long. And like people have this aversion to go see movies that are really long. How long did they say how long Fire and Ash is going to be? Avatar, Fire and Ash length is a great question. I think they said it was long. 3 hours and 12 minutes.
That's the exact same as of Way of Water, though. So I don't know if that's just like they put it there.
Google Gemini. What are you doing? Okay, well. Oh, somebody's saying the final runtime of Fire and Ash will be 206 minutes.
206 minutes?
I don't know what that translates to.
So many minutes.
That's also a Reddit post. I'm not sure how accurate that is.
That's 3 hours and 26 minutes, dude.
Yeah, didn't they say, wasn't there a report somewhere that said this was going to be the longest one? I thought that's what they said. Maybe. That's a long one. That's crazy though. Like we'll see when it's coming out. We'll take a look at it. But it's wild. It's just it's an anomaly. It just. Do you think it's possible that the YouTube comments are just bots? Like it's possible. Disney purchased bots so they can make themselves look good, and then because you know what the thing is not they don't have to do that many bots. They just have to do a few to make the conversation positive. Because I think what happens is there's a few negative comments on a trailer for like Intergalactic: The Heretic Prophet, and then all the positive people who really want to play the game like me. Not going to comment because I just don't want to. I'm not going to comment on YouTube anyway. I think it's a waste of time. But like to be honest, I think that could be what's happened. If you have negativity, you don't want to argue. So like you have a bunch of negativity. You have all the same. It's like I was going to say vacuum tube. What I'm trying to say that is a thing where you're in your own
echo chamber.
Echo chamber. Thank you. So it's like an echo chamber, but it's created by negativity or positivity. So you basically swayed it to be positive, and then everyone's positive. I didn't find one negative comment, not one. I found that odd.
I'm gonna change that. I'm gonna change that right now.
No, don't do it. It's fine. Let them have their fun, Adrian. It's okay. Okay, but yeah, that's it. That's it. Are we ready to move on? Yeah,
sure, man. Pretty wild cast, honestly, too. Looking at in all the movies, but
who's a standout like? In this one compared to the others, though,
David Thewlis.
Oh, David Thewlis. I like that guy. He's cool.
Yeah. Michelle Yeoh.
Oh, Michelle Yeoh. Oh.
Yeah.
That's cool. That's cool, too. Great additions.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. David Thewlis is amazing in Fargo. He's amazing.
Dude, he's so good in Fargo.
He's an incredible villain.
Yeah.
Amazing. That's a show I got to catch up on. I'm very behind.
Yeah, me too. I got to watch 4 and 5.
Yeah. Okay. All right, Adrian. It's now time to move on to the montage, a sequence of our show in which I briefly present 7 of the bi-week's smaller news stories as Adrian delivers a brisk verdict. Number 1. As announced on social media, Interstellar composer Hans Zimmer has joined forces with Euphoria Season 1 and 2 composer Labyrinth to score Season 3 of HBO's Euphoria. The 3rd season will air in 2026.
That's crazy. It's crazy.
Number 2, as announced with a trailer and a pop-up donut street food truck, Breaking Bad creator Vince Gilligan's upcoming TV series, Pluribus, comes to Apple TV Plus on November 7th. The series centers around the most miserable person on Earth and stars Better Call Saul actor Ray Seahorn.
Can't wait. Amazing. I don't even know what this is going to be, but it's going to be amazing probably.
Number 3. According to publication Variety, the Wolfenstein video game series is being developed into an Amazon Prime TV series with Maniac showrunner Patrick Somerville hired on as showrunner, while the Westworld and Fallout producers are set to produce.
Oh, cool. That's awesome. Alternate Nazi histories.
Indeed. Number 4. As announced at the San Diego Comic-Con, the previously canceled film Coyote vs. Acme will finally hit theaters on August 26th, 2026.
Coyote. That's over a year from now, Simon.
Yeah. I'm excited about it, though.
I'll watch it.
Number 5. As stated in an interview with online publication Collider, Battlestar Galactica showrunner Ronald D. Moore has a writing team that is currently scripting the first season for the TV series adapting PlayStation game series God of War. As sourced from that interview, the Amazon Prime show appears to be based upon the Norse mythology-centered 2018 God of War game, as opposed to the initial trilogy of Greek mythology-based video games from the early 2000s.
Wow. I'm glad that they're doing that, right? I don't really like the original God of War games. I think the story's not good.
I hope they do lots of flashbacks, though, even more so than the games, because I feel like it's ripe for that.
Like Lost.
Yeah, maybe like that, yeah.
Like Prison
Number
Break.
6. I'm sorry?
Like Prison Break.
Sure, yeah. Number
like
6.
Heroes.
Okay, I get it. I understand. Number 6, as announced by Netflix, the science fiction TV series Three Body Problem has officially entered production on Season 2.
I haven't watched Season 1.
Oh. Number 7, as announced on Instagram, A Quiet Place 1 and 2 director John Krasinski will direct A Quiet Place Part 3. The film is scheduled for release on July 9th, 2027.
Taking them long enough. Holy smokes, dude.
And a bonus, number 8. As stated by Warner Bros. Discovery CEO David Zaslav on an earnings call, Superman director James Gunn is preparing to write and direct a film with direct links to the 2025 Superman film that will star David Cornsweet's Superman, but that is apparently not a direct sequel to the recently released Superman film.
Interesting. I wonder what it could be.
And that concludes the montage. Wow. Incredible.
Thank you.
So your musical rhythm is unmatched.
Thanks, dude.
Oh, you're welcome. That James Gunn thing that he's doing, do you think it's the thing that he claims was in the works that he said nobody's done before that is his favorite thing?
Maybe. I don't know.
Yeah,
what could it be?
I don't know. I don't know what that was that he was talking about. There's another thing that came out. Apparently, people thought because I think it was in Snyder, they thought that Matt Reeves' Batman was going to have Robin in it because that's what Insnyder said. And then James Gunn shut that down. He's like, "Can you stop?" James Gunn gets mad sometimes on social media. You ever see that? He's like, "No, that's not true. There's been 5 people who have looked at the script for Matt Reeves' Batman 2 for the Bat Reeves-averse." And Robin's not in it. Where are you getting this from? That is basically what he's saying. I thought that was interesting because Insnyder, I feel like, gets it right. So I'm not sure how he thought that.
Yeah.
So I don't know what the deal is with that. I didn't really want Robin to be in it. People are very speculative though, and I feel like you got to ignore the internet a little bit. I feel like James Gunn is very online in some aspect, which is interesting because it gives us a lot for us to talk about. But I'm not sure that it's. Hopefully his mental health is okay because he's got a big job here. So anyway,
I'm sure
I stayed
it's stressful,
offline.
dude. I'm sure it's stressful.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. All right, Adrian. It's now time to look at what we've been watching this week. I've watched quite a bit, but I think I'm gonna leave most of my thoughts for what we watched together. The 2 big things. Okay. I think I got one thing I can talk about a little bit, but right. I'll throw it to you. Do you have anything you want to talk about before we go into the joint topics of discussion for things we watched this week or this bye week? Sorry.
Yes, Simon, I've watched a few things. So one of the things that I mentioned earlier in the episode is I finished You Season 5.
Me?
Yeah, dude, You, the final season of You. And it's great. I love the show. It's really good. I think. Pardon me?
Do you know something I don't? Final season of me?
Yeah, of you,
no,
dude.
Adrian.
You're going to get killed. There's someone living inside your walls right now. It's your neighbor, dude. With a lawnmower in your walls. He's going to lawn mow you, dude. But yeah, no, I finished You season 5 with my fiance. Really love this season. I think it's much stronger than 4. I stand by my thought. Like, I think season 4 of You is the worst season of the show. It's still good, still really intriguing and fun to watch, but I think it is the worst season. And season 5 kind of, it brings it home a little. And I really, really enjoyed the season. I know what you mean about that Bronte character.
Oh annoying. My God.
Annoying, very annoying. Both me and my fiance are like, she fucking sucks, dude.
She's stupid, man.
Yeah, dude. Stupid. She's dumb. But
there's another show I'm watching now that I have a lot of stupid characters and this bothering me a lot too. But she was like a standout.
Yeah, I'm curious what that show is. Are you going to talk about it?
I'll talk about it.
Okay, cool. So yeah, like that character is a little dumb, but I don't think it's necessarily bad because of it. And I think what this season does incredibly well, that season 4 in particular didn't do well, and the other seasons do well, is they bring in a lot more of like an ensemble cast, like side characters that aren't necessarily, the main characters of the story, but they add a lot to it. And there's some genuine funny characters as well, so it adds a little bit more levity than what season 4 had. And I think the way this show wraps everything up is incredibly satisfying. I have a couple gripes about like the ending. I just feel like it almost pulls its punches in a couple of ways. But I don't necessarily think that's a bad thing. And I think the last scene in particular of the show is phenomenal. Like, it's really good. Like like leading into the credits. I really liked this show, and it bums me out that it's over, because I think it's nice that it ended at a good place and, kind of wrapped everything up well. But I could watch a show like this for many more seasons. It's
popcorn television.
Yeah, it is. And it's my fiance and I were talking a little bit, and she said, like, she really loved the show, and it's like one of her favorite shows that she's watched. And I'm like, yeah, like I get where you're coming from. Like, it's good. It's super entertaining, but it's not like Breaking Bad or Better Call Saul or Severance, like in terms of its quality and writing, or The Bear, right? But like from an entertainment enjoyment level, I can totally understand where she's coming from. Because honestly, it is so fun. It is such a fun show. It's binge worthy. The characters are good. The inner monologue Joe has, who you're following along all these seasons, is so funny to listen to. The way he rationalizes these fucked up things that he's doing, and you're listening to his perspective and being like, I see where you're coming from, man. Even though you're a crazy person, it's really good. It's brilliant. And I think this is Greg Berlanti, who did like all the CWDC shows. Like, by far, this is the best show that he's done that at least I've consumed. So, bums me out that it's over, but I'm glad that it ended in a positive way. And I think all 5 seasons of this show are great. Again, season 4 is my least favorite, but it's not bad.
To talk to the point you made about how he's talking and rationalizing his actions, it's interesting to see, I feel like, how it develops in this last season. I feel like it changes, your perspective of Joe is changing as well. It's interesting, I found, but maybe you have a different perspective because you watched it all at once. But for us watching it with a gap between season 5 and 4, it felt like his talking to himself became less like, I'm not as much on your side in some aspect. I felt like they did that pretty well.
I agree.
There's a scene though near the end. I'm wondering if that's the scene you're talking about, where I didn't love it because it doesn't make a lot of sense. Like the way they wrapped it up. There's a scene that has to do with a body of water, and I'm like, that doesn't. I'm not sure this tracks. I'm not a fan of that. I feel like there's a better way to do what they did there, and that's the one thing I had as a criticism of the season. That was a really big criticism. I didn't like Bronte, but I think Bronte's a realistic person, though. I think that's like, she's a good character of what they needed in the season. I think she's fine. I don't hate her, but that scene, I'm like, I don't know if that would have worked on a plot hole perspective. Like, I agree. Not a major one, but a minor one at least.
There's also a scene with a fire in particular, and how that scene technically.
How the heck?
I was like, it makes no sense.
Yeah. No,
And I
yeah,
think,
they lost me a little bit at the end. I thought that like, what are you doing? You didn't have to do this. You basically painted these characters into a literal corner, and I'm like, what are you doing? You don't need to paint them into the corner this deeply because it just. And then they go to the next sequences to wrap up the show, and you're like, wait, what? How is this possible? Yeah. And you're like, oh man, it kind of spoils it a little bit because you could have ended it with a really nice cherry on top. But I feel like that's where I didn't like it as much as I could have.
Yeah, I agree with that. It's arguably like those two scenes in particular where I was like, oh man, what the hell? And that's what I mean by like kind of pulling its punches in a way. I feel like it was almost like they focus tested it and they're like, oh, we got to do this because it's too like dire in a way. That's my assumption.
All right, but maybe you focus test it when you write it instead of it's like they focus tested it when they already shot it and you're like, oh, okay. We're going to shoot another scene to add or something like that. Like, I feel like that's what happened. Instead of writing it and then saying, whoa, are you sure you want to write it like this? You should maybe go back and rewrite it. Like, Sam Wilson landing on his feet after dropping at terminal velocity and saying sonic boom or whatever he says. Sonic boom. That's what he said, right? I don't remember.
Yeah, but, and then Knuckles came out of nowhere and just started beating the shit out of people, tails flying down, dude.
Wait. That's not Sonic Boom isn't a Sonic reference. Yeah, isn't Sonic Boom from Street Fighter? Doesn't the guy say Sonic Boom? Isn't that one of the things?
I have no idea. Isn't there a game called Sonic Boom? Maybe. I don't know. Who cares? Doesn't matter. We're going to
a Sonic game probably then.
Yeah. But
anyway,
all in all,
cool.
You as a full series, great. Really love it.
Good, yeah.
I'm sad that it's over, but I'm glad that it was all 5 seasons of really great television.
Indeed.
The other thing I watched, Simon, is a unrated horror movie called The Terrifier.
Oh.
Yeah. My fiance was out of town on one of the weekends. She was at a bachelorette party, and I was like, she doesn't really love horror, and I was like, this is my opportunity to watch this movie. And I remember hearing the first movie's not that great, but apparently the second and third movie are really good. But I'm like, I'm not jumping into the second movie. I got to watch the first one. Yeah. And honestly, I don't think it's good at all. I think it is kind of grotesque in a way. Like it goes too far.
Well, I mean, that's a lot of horror movie. What do you mean, like Saw?
Yeah, but I think it goes
grotesque. Like you mean it's not worth it?
Yeah, I think there's no substance to the movie. It's all kind of like style and like it just feels weirdly like almost like torture porn, and it's uncomfortable in a way. And I understand that. I think in like the sequel movies, like there's more it's still similar in terms of like the grotesque violence, but I think there is more substance in the storytelling and everything. The one thing I will give this movie credit for, though, it's cool because it's like lower budget and it has like it's a cool style. Again, the style is there, but Art the Clown, he's the villain, right? He's the murderer. And there's
his name is
Art the Clown.
Okay.
And it's really cool because he's totally silent. So things are happening and he doesn't say anything. He's just there and he does things. And it adds this extra level of eeriness because you don't hear him breathe. You don't hear him move. Like obviously when he's like killing someone, like you hear the people screaming and you hear the weapon hitting the person. But the clown himself, you don't hear anything. So it's like this. It's kind of jarring. So I think that's a really cool, like artistic piece in it. But again, I think the first movie just has very little substance to it in terms of like good storytelling. And it just kind of, it's almost like grotesque violence for the sake of grotesque violence. And I just didn't vibe with it.
That's fair.
And I started watching the second movie. I watched the first like 10 minutes, like the next day. And I was like, I'm just not really in the mood for this right now. I'll come back to this at some point. But yeah, like again, it's funny because I'm like, I don't want to watch the second movie, which is apparently good. But yeah, the
plot
first movie
doesn't dictate the action, I guess.
Yeah, no. So a little disappointing with that. Again, I'll probably watch Terrifier 2 at some point in the future, and I'll come back and let you know what I think of that one. Because again, but by all accounts, that movie is actually like a really good horror movie and actually has like good character and stuff.
Cool.
But yeah, that's really the main things that I watched, Simon. So what was the thing that you watched? I know you mentioned...
Well, I finished Andor, for one thing.
Oh.
I don't know if you finished Andor.
Did I talk about it?
No, you sure
I
didn't.
finished Andor, too.
Okay, we'll get to that in a second.
Chef's kiss.
I watched... I've been watching... I have Stack TV for a while, like the Amazon Prime add-on in Canada. That's fine. Whatever. It's $3 right now. That's cheap. But I got it for something. What did I get it for? I can't even remember. I got it for
Rick
something
and
specific.
Morty.
And then I decided to watch based on a true story, which I intended to watch anyway. Now I flipped away from the IMDb page because I went to Terrifier. Oopsies. But based on a true story, I mentioned it last episode because I'm pretty sure I did. But because we just started watching it. But it's from the creator Craig Rosenberg, who I'm not sure what he's done before, so I don't know why I'm mentioning him necessarily. But it's got Kaylee Cuoco from Big Bang Theory and 8 Simple Rules, which I really liked as a kid, that show. And it's got Chris Messina and Tom Bateman in it. And it's essentially about a podcast, actually. And the podcast is there's these two people who are basically going broke. Yeah, have you seen this show at all or heard of it or know anything about it?
I've seen this poster before, but I have nothing. I have no knowledge of it.
Yeah, so they're basically, this couple lives in California and they're going broke. This Chris Messina's character is like a washed up tennis star. He gets an injury and he actually he beat Roger Federer in a match or something like that, and then right after he got a serious injury, and so he was done. So he was out for the count, and then he didn't make the millions he planned on or have the good career he wanted. And his wife is played by Kaylee Cuoco, and she's pregnant actually throughout the entire first season, which I think is really interesting too. You don't see a lot of pregnant characters. Actually, there is one we're going to talk about in a second, but it's rare to see like a pregnant character the whole season of a show. I guess the only one that comes to mind, I guess, would be like
Fargo season 1.
I was thinking Lost. Oh, Fargo's a good example too, but Lost is a good one too. Yeah, I guess there's more than I thought.
Yeah, Lost is a good point.
Yeah, Lost is a good one, but she's not. Well, I don't want to spoil anything. So regardless of that, the idea is they're going broke, and so they have a plumber come to their house. He's like doing work or whatever, and then whatever they realize they're broke, and so they can't afford to even fix their house. But they figure out who this West Side Ripper is. The West Side Ripper is like this murderer, and they decide to basically the premise is they blackmail him. And they make a podcast with the West Side Ripper as like a firsthand account of like what he's doing. The deal is that he's not supposed to kill anyone else, essentially, and then they're going to make a podcast, and that's what it's about. It's a pretty wacky premise. It's 30-minute episodes. Nice. It's pretty funny. It is a comedy, and I think it would be classified as that because it's 30-minute episodes, as we discussed last episode of our podcast. But it's pretty good. I like it quite a bit. I think it's ridiculous, largely ridiculous, and the problem with it, and I kind of alluded to this earlier, is that characters are making really dumb decisions that don't make a lot of sense for what they are or who they are. And this is it's in contrast to Bronte, I guess, in that Bronte kind of made decisions that made sense based on who she is because she's just not that smart, it seems like, potentially. But some of these characters are making stupid decisions that don't make sense because of their history and their backstory. And that's kind of where it bothers me a little bit. But it is a really fun show, and it's ridiculous. And I do kind of recommend it because it's just a fun time. It's like popcorn TV too, actually. It's not that far off of what You is, I guess, because it's about a serial killer in a way. No, that's the TV show You on Netflix. It's about a serial killer in a way, and it's following them as if they're like they're following them. It's allowing it and making almost normalizing it in a weird, absurd way. And you're like, why are we normalizing this? It's kind of doing that in this way too with this. Like these guys are like bad people, but you're following them and you still kind of like following their story. But they make so many stupid decisions across the board for the cast of characters. And you're like, this is a little bit too much. The plot holes are a little bit too much. It bothers me a little bit, but I still recommend it. I don't know if I recommend it to you, but I recommend it largely for people who want a comedy about a serial killer and a podcast based on a serial killer. But It is good. And I don't know. Have you ever seen is the Tom Bateman anywhere?
No. I'm not looking at his face, so I just said that, but name doesn't ring a bell.
I don't know if I've seen him anywhere.
Tom Bateman.
I've definitely seen Chris
Death
Messina.
on the Nile. I watched that movie, so maybe that's Murder on the Orient Express. He's in both movies.
Okay, cool.
That doesn't seem right.
Oh, he's in 13 Lives. Oh, that's cool.
He's married to Daisy Ridley.
Oh, that makes sense. I saw an interview with Daisy Ridley, and she mentioned that, and I didn't even I didn't put those two things together.
Like,
that's cool.
My husband Tom.
Yeah, that's neat. All right. Well, I guess they met each other on that movie.
Murder on the Orient Express.
Yeah. Wait, he's on the Murder of the Orient Express?
I don't know. He's apparently in both.
Death on the Nile is what she's in. She's not in the first one, right?
No, I think she's in the first one, not in the second one.
Really?
I don't know.
I'm gonna look up Death on the Nile.
She's in the first one. She is in the first one. Like
He's on both as well. Wait, they're both on both?
No, she's only on Orient Express. She's only on the train.
And Tom Bateman's in both.
Apparently, according to a quick Google search, but I don't know that for a fact, Simon.
Interesting. Okay, fine. Cool, man. But yeah, that's it. That's all. That's all I want to talk about. Oh, I guess we could just talk about what we watched together that we weren't planning on talking about, which is Andor. So I finished Andor and I watched Rogue One, and I watched them butt up against each other. Did you do the same thing?
No, I wanted to. I was going to, and then I did.
What the heck?
Not.
What the heck?
I messed up, dude.
When did you finish it?
2 weeks ago.
Oh my goodness, so did I. No, that was a big piece for me. I planned to make sure that was very important because this is what Diego Luna said to do. So I was like, I'm going to watch
it. I hate that you're shouting at me.
It's too late. It's 2 weeks. I'm not sure it matters. I'm kidding. No, yeah, you should do it still. But yeah, well, what did you think overall? It's over. One of the best shows on TV this year, I think. Any thoughts?
It is the best show on TV this year. I think it's brilliant. I think it's amazing. I loved it.
Yeah.
I teared up. I feel like I talked about it last episode. Maybe I didn't. Maybe not. I don't know.
You did not.
But yeah,
you talked about how you were on the second last episode.
Okay, yeah. I think the way it ends is beautiful. It's so good, man. It's crazy that this was Star Wars. Every episode especially in the latter half of the series, but every episode it's crazy, man. And I just think it is so sad that we're never going to get Star Wars this good ever again, probably.
Why are you saying it like that? You don't know that.
I don't know. This is just one of the greatest shows
ever. It's a pessimistic view.
It's rare that you get a show that comes out where you're like, wow, this is one of the greatest shows ever. Except, so it's like, I think that alone. And then it's like, okay, cool. Now it's in this franchise that is, mixed reception depending on the shows that have come out. I haven't watched them all. But yeah, I fucking loved it, dude. And I think everything from the acting to the writing to the set design and how good it looks, everything about it is, I think, immaculate. I quite literally have no criticisms about it, which I guess makes me a bad critic, but I fucking loved it, dude.
Something could be a masterpiece, certainly. I don't know if that's a bad critic.
Yeah. And man, it's sad that it's done. It's sad that we're not going to get anything of this quality anymore anytime soon, at least in the Star Wars universe.
Again, maybe.
I genuinely believe that this is the best piece of Star Wars content there is. Period. Full stop. Hands down. There's not a fucking sliver of doubt in my mind.
Yeah. Interesting.
I loved it, man. And the last scene of the show as well made me cry. I'm not even joking. I actually cried. I'm crying at Star Wars right now. What is going on?
I cried a lot during this show. Yeah. You must have too, no? The last episode of the first season is crazy. Yeah. When freaking what's her name? His mother is saying the speech. It's freaking heart-wrenching. Heart-wrenching. It's really good. And this season 2, I just can't. I'm trying to think when it happened. It just got me a few times. I don't know if it was like really crying, but the most distinct one was definitely the last episode of season 1. That was crazy. And the season 2, it's crazy. Belshi, the character Belshi, I just didn't connect that he's in. Oh, you wouldn't remember because you didn't watch Rogue One. Yeah. He's just in Rogue One so much. And I was like, what?
Really?
Are you crazy? I didn't even know that. That was like the best connection. That was an incredible connection. But anyway, so he's in it quite a bit. And I was like, what? Because I don't want to go into too much detail because I don't want to spoil anything. I just thought that was really crazy to see. Because they actually connected in a deeper way than I even knew. But other than that, watching Rogue One after watching the movie, it completely butts up against Rogue One. I was hoping you had seen it because I wanted to talk a little bit more deep about that aspect. There's an element of it, the one thing that bothered me, and it's like, I feel like, I don't know if it was just me, because I was just like looking for the thing, but like watching Diego Luna's Cassian Andor in Rogue One, right after watching Andor season 2, I was like, there was moments where I'm like, I don't quite buy. Like, I think because Cassian Andor and Diego Luna, I feel like he's developed as an actor. He's just gotten better, I think, in general. Not that he's bad in Rogue One at all. He's great. But there's an element, and there's like a first sequence, there's like a beginning of the movie. There's a moment where he has a smirk on his face when a character asks him a question about like killing someone. And I'm like, would the Cassian Andor from Andor do that? And I was like, am I nitpicking? I'm not sure. That's the only thing. I was kind of looking for those moments is the only thing that bothered me. But ultimately, I feel like they did a really good job of staying completely faithful to Rogue One. Actually, it's crazy how faithful they are to each other, which is, like, I think, a lesson that J.J. Abrams could take to heart, you know? You know, J.J., you don't have to bash the thing that came before it or after it, whatever it may be. Anyway, so annoying. Rise of Skywalker, bad movie. But yeah, this is an incredible, and I love the way it butts up against it. But I will say this too, like seeing this character study for 24 episodes, watching these characters so deeply, and then watching Rogue One and how fast the sequences of events happen in Rogue One, man, I'm like, I wanted the movie to stop. I'm like, please slow down. Please slow down, because it's really devastating. Rogue One, really devastating. That whole series of movie and show, 24 episodes, and then a very quick 2-hour movie. It just is a tragedy. It's just a tragedy. It's really sad. And at the end, I felt completely empty. You talk a lot about a term that I feel like I haven't heard many people use, but maybe you got it from somewhere. But post-platinum depression. When you finish a video game, you finish completely platinum, you get all the trophies in a PlayStation game, and it's over. And there's nothing else to achieve. When you get that, it's done. After watching Andor, especially because I watched season 1 again and then watched season 2 right after and then watched Rogue One, man, I felt empty. I think I was like slightly depressed. I'm already on edge with depression anyway. And I was like, this is too much. Because it is a sad ending anyway, just knowing Rogue One. And then it's just like, man, it got me. It got me quite good. And I almost wish they remade Rogue One into a TV show, if that makes sense. Like have like 3 episodes, like expand it. But I know that will never happen, and I don't expect that, and that doesn't make any sense, of course, because it was meant to be a prequel. But yeah, I will say the pacing almost, it's too fast now, but it's not a criticism of Rogue One because it's so good. It feels, it's very bittersweet. I will say that. It's very good. I loved it. But yeah, it's good, man. It's crazy. It's crazy good.
Crazy good.
Yeah. Yeah, Tony Gilroy, he's got it going on. That and the rest of his family, because I think his brother's one of the editors, I think. And then he's got Dan Gilroy writing the episodes of the show. And it's just, it is a masterpiece, for sure. It's cool that you say it's the best thing that came out this year, because Severance Season 2 obviously came out this year, which is also incredible. But this is really tight, and like it honors Star Wars in such a deep way that I believe I read this long ago that Tony Gilroy, the creator of the show and the guy who came in to help Rogue One get to the finish line, he said that he didn't have any connection with Star Wars. He's like, I don't even know Star Wars at all. And then he's got maybe the most connection with Star Wars now than any creator, because he spent the most time with these characters and building them out and writing them and directing them. And like, it's crazy to think that the guy who had the least connection, he's like, I don't care about this. I just know what a good story looks like, is what I believe it was, something like along those lines. And he came in to fix Rogue One because it was having some story issues that they couldn't seem to end it in a satisfying way. And he's like, you know what, you can shift this around. He did some reshoots, and he voila, it's one of the best Star Wars movies. Yeah. And so he then they're like, do you want to do Andor? Or he came to them with Andor, and it's like, you don't like Star Wars. How did you also stayed faithful with all the creatures, like all the different races of creatures, the architecture, and like you had an eye for how to shoot it and the way that the Empire reacts, and it's crazy. And it's also incredibly relevant to our time in some aspect of like what happens with the totalitarian regimes, like on a cautionary tale perspective. And it's
crazy.
They even do like this thing, and this was going around, but there's like this thing about rape in it. It's like, what? Dude. This is in Star Wars. You went so dark. And I was like, dude, this guy like nailed everything about it. Like the cinematography is so great. I think it's like the cinematography might be like trying to mimic, perhaps. I think it's, you know how pilot episodes happen, and then like a good example I always think about is Mindhunter, although you haven't watched it. But Mindhunter season 1, the first few episodes are directed by David Fincher, and then all the other episodes follow suit. Like you can tell that they followed the design language of what David Fincher laid out for them, and you can tell that it's similar. And I find that Greg Fraser was the cinematographer for Rogue One. Greg Fraser, who's I think amazing personally. He's a cinematographer for Dune. He's a cinematographer for the Batman. I think like he's great. Like I just think about the Batman shot with the flare. It's just like this. It's so good, so good. Anyway, so I think like they followed that in some way. Like I just think about when I think about Andor season 2, I think about the fields, like the stormtroopers in the fields in that one planet. It's just something really like, I don't know, amazing about it. The way that they shoot Coruscant and like the grittiness of the various aspects of Coruscant. I want a video game that's like rated M in Star Wars. I know that won't happen, but like a gritty, even you don't have to do it rated M because like there's no blood. So you can just do it like a rated T for teen, like really at the edge of T for teen. You know what I mean?
Yeah, make it gritty and dark and
open world just on Coruscant as an example, and just do like a crime drama. Would be so neat. But what if they did it? That's another example. Actually, why does it have to be a video game? Why not do a TV show crime drama on Coruscant? That would be cool. Show a Breaking Bad type crime drama, but just use the setting of the Star Wars universe in the best way possible. You hire Vince Gilligan for that, you know? Imagine. See, you can do things like that. You can do what he did here, but you don't have to do like the fascism angle, like the crazy regime angle of the Empire. Although that's amazing. And you've talked about this many times and how you love the fact that they flip the idea of heroes and villains on its head. Like, who are the heroes? Who are the villains? Stellan Skarsgård's character is amazingly written, amazingly acted. That whole arc is just crazy. Yeah. Unreal. It's amazing. Yeah. I can't recommend it enough.
Yeah, I love it. I love it.
And I can't recommend it enough to people who don't like Star Wars.
Yeah, I think it is honestly a really good jumping on point. I feel like you could kind of just hop in without the knowledge of anything else. It'll fill you in. Yeah.
Rogue One, I mean, Andor notoriously now, like not notoriously, I guess, because it just happened, but it butts up right against Andor. Andor butts right against up right against Rogue One. Rogue One notoriously butts literally right up against A New Hope. Like the original Star Wars from 1977. So that connection is like, you could literally go into that original trilogy and just stop there. And you're like, wow, that was amazing. That was a pretty good.
Yeah. It's cool because I remember when we watched Rogue One for the first time, and I loved it. And it was like one of my favorite parts about it is that it retroactively makes A New Hope a better movie. And like, the like those movies better. And I feel like Andor now is like, arguably, again, Andor retroactively is making Rogue One a better movie, which is making A New Hope a better movie. And it's you got this like perfectly concise tale together. And then the best part about that is about 30 years later, another fascist regime shows up and Palpatine returns somehow, and it's all ruined. So that's really cool. But apart from that,
it's good stuff. Yeah.
Oh,
it is what it is. But anyway, masterpiece. Loved it.
Masterpiece, dude.
So good. Again, I can't recommend it. And for those people out there who complain about Star Wars, like Star Wars isn't that good. Some Star Wars isn't good. Just watch Andor and shut the hell up. And then, you know what I mean? Like, just kind of go into everything. Same with the MCU in some way. Like, go into it with this open mind. If you don't want to watch it because it was a 50% on Rotten Tomatoes, don't do it. Like, that's okay. But if you're watching Andor, I mean, you're well taken care of. It's definitely like, it is really good. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Let's move on now, Adrian, to the two things we saw in theaters. Which one do you want to start with? You want to
do Eddington?
Okay, sure.
Or do you want to do Fantastic Four?
Either way,
let's
dealer's
stay on.
choice. You got it.
Yeah, let's stay on theme. We can talk about Fantastic Four first steps.
Okay.
How many steps do they take? 4. In the entire movie.
You know what's funny? So I was in a Walmart the other day because I
Yeah.
work alongside retail associates at Walmarts and various places that sell technology. Anyway, there was I couldn't believe it. I'm like, there is no way they've been selling it for that many years. When did Fant Four Stick come out? The movie with
2015?
Michael B. Jordan. So I'm like looking over in the movie. Sometimes I'm waiting a long time because I don't work at Walmart. I work with, I need their help. So I'll ask them for assistance, and I'm waiting for a long time. And I peer over while I'm waiting. I'm like, is that Michael B. Jordan in a Fantastic Four movie cover? I was like, why are they selling that here now? I couldn't believe it. Because it's not good. But was that just like a play? Like, oh, we know we're going to sell it right now because it's like the people are going to get confused and think it's the Fantastic Four First Steps and go buy it in the local Walmart. I couldn't believe it. It's not even a with everyone on it. It's just his face burning up. Like he's just like because he's Flame On guy, whatever his name is.
Yeah, they're trying to capitalize on Sinner's success and now the Fantastic Four First Steps movie being out.
I kind of think that's what it is. Like that was like a Walmart choice. Like I know what we can do. We can really sell this. I didn't see it elsewhere. Just saw it. That was very strange because they have a small Blu-ray collection now. They don't sell that many Blu-rays, so it was really jarring. But anyway, so we watched the real Fantastic. I was going to say Fant Four Stick, but we watched Fantastic Four First Steps, starring Pedro Pascal, Vanessa Kirby, Evan Moss Backrack, and I'm forgetting the. I think his name is Joe. Joseph. It is Joe. Yeah. I was going to say Joe. It's Joseph Quinn from various things, like Stranger Things. And so, what did you think overall? Like, what was your thought? Oh, I guess I'll give a tiny preamble. So this movie is very standalone. It takes place, as the trailers dictate, in a standalone universe, not the Marvel universe with the Avengers as we know it. Which is interesting because then you don't need, as you mentioned earlier in the show, you don't need all this background information and homework to be done to understand how the movie is going to play out. You're just introduced to the movie, you're dropped in, and they explain things rather quickly. And then you're like, oh, here it is. We're going to fight this villain or whatever it is going to be. And it does a good job with that aspect, I feel like. And I felt, speaking of Star Wars, actually, I felt like it was almost like Superman, if it just drops you into the world and they really kind of just throw you in a cool way because they don't just spend an hour explaining, oh, and this is how they got their powers. And this is like, we know, we've seen it already. We don't necessarily need to see it again for the second time. But yeah, okay. So what did you think of the movie? What did you think?
I thought this movie was fantastic
Okay.
No, it's pretty good. I quite enjoyed this movie. I think it's really fun. I think the chemistry between the main cast is incredible, and like you mentioned, it kind of throws you in, but you believe the relationship between all 4 of the main cast members. You know, Sue Storm, Mr. Fantastic, they're married. Human Torch, Ben Grimm, all these characters, you know, hanging out together, and the actors themselves have really good chemistry as well. I know Pedro Pascal has been dealing with a lot of anxiety as of late, so Vanessa Kirby's been touching him and all that stuff outside, so I feel like that adds to the chemistry angle. But
sure.
I think they all play off each other very well. And again, like, I believe that their relationship, like they've known each other for years and that they're close and that they are a family. It's really cool of how it just kind of throws you in. And it does a similar thing to Superman, actually, where, again, throws you into the universe and kind of does like a montage in a weird way of, you know, what's come before, just to like kind of get you into the new universe that this is set in. I do think that because of that, where it just kind of throws you in, this movie almost misses its entire first act. It like kind of starts, there's a bunch of flashbacks, and then you're in act 2. Whereas Superman, I feel like, didn't have that same issue, even though it's kind of following a similar formula, if that makes sense. I feel like you're really just kind of thrown into this movie in a way that it's almost like Whiplash. Not the movie Whiplash, but it gives you whiplash.
Yeah.
And that is actually like one of the things I kind of picked up on when I watched it initially. It is just very go, go, go. And I think it's very evident that they cut out a bunch of this movie. Maybe this is just me kind of reading into it because John Malkovich was supposed to be in this movie as Red Ghost or some shit like that. And they
he was
cut
in
him
the
out.
trailer.
Yeah.
That's the crazy thing.
Yeah, in the first trailer, right?
Yeah.
And they cut him out entirely. And I feel like maybe when those stories were coming out, I was just hyper aware of it. So I felt like they really cut down on the first act. There's also additional characters in this movie, Natasha Lyonne's character in particular, where she's really in 2 scenes.
Yeah,
and
she's underutilized. Yeah, that's for sure.
I feel like there was supposed to be more of a plot element between her and Ben Grimm's character. And I feel like, again, there's really just two scenes and you're like, oh, okay, interesting. So I do feel like this movie, again, suffers a little bit because of that. I think this movie's a brisk hour and 55 minutes and it feels like fairly quick. And I would have honestly liked to stay in this universe a little bit longer. Like I would have been fine with, adding an extra half hour to this because I really like these characters and I like this universe because this universe, comparatively to the MCU, seems much more positive and friendly and lighthearted. People love the heroes here. There's not this weird drama between like, oh, heroes hating each other, blah, 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 government being involved. It's like, no, the Fantastic Four's here. They're pretty much the only superheroes around. Everyone loves them. And it adds like this, again, positive, fun tone into this movie that I really liked. Paul Walter Hauser in this movie, I think he's really good in it. Doesn't have a huge part in it, but he plays... I don't know if that's spoilers, so I won't really dive into it. But he's in this movie, and I really like his character. And I think Julia Garner as Silver Surfer, really cool. I like that storyline. I like where they're kind of going, or where they went with it. And I think she does a really good job.
I know you didn't like her in Wolfman. You mentioned that many times.
Yeah.
A redeeming role, She's also in Weapons, too, in a big role, too, so we're going to see her soon.
Exactly. And again, I wasn't blaming her in Wolfman. I think it was just bad writing and just bad direction. Sure. She's amazing in Ozark. And I'm sure, again, she was really great in this, and I'm sure she's great. It was
surprising a little bit.
Yeah.
I didn't think she was that bad, but it was a little bit surprising. Like overall.
It threw me off.
It's a disappointing movie, though, overall. So I'm not sure.
Yeah. So all in all, again, I really like this movie. And one final call out, Ralph Ineson. This guy, fucking love his voice. He's Galactus in this movie.
It's amazing.
He is so good, dude. He's in Final Fantasy 16 actually as well. He plays one of the main characters, Sid, and this guy's voice is just so remarkable. It's so unique. It's like this deep, gritty voice that just works. Mm-hmm. And I think this movie is genuinely enjoyable. 100% worth a watch. If you've kind of fallen out of the MCU, over the last little bit, I think it's worth kind of hopping back in at this movie. Or if you just want to bring someone new into it, I think this is a really good jumping on point because, again, it's not really connected to the wider universe because, again, it takes place in a different universe. So, yeah, I really liked it. Again, that's kind of high overview thoughts. I rambled a bit there, Simon. What did you think?
Yeah, I really liked it too. The positivity angle is really neat too, because I think Superman's very positive, and that's another problem with the box office. Maybe is like you have these two very positive superhero movies, so you don't have the Zack Snyderverse anymore. They're not polar opposite kind of showcases. So that's something I really enjoyed. I really enjoyed the retro futurism of it. Like they're in an old New York City, but it's not old, it's new. The technology is like way advanced, but not. It's really cool because it's obviously an alternate future.
Yeah.
Or alternate present, I guess. Yeah, very Jetsons, exactly. It's excellent. But the production design, the costumes, everything in this in terms of the work behind the scenes to make everything work. There's like a point where they leave a boot print somewhere, and it's like there's a etched in 4 in their boot sole. I thought that's just like, it's awesome. I love the little details that the tiny little details that they put into this. There's so much attention to detail. Their suits and their like they got astronaut suits that are unique for this specific world. The robot Herbie is so interesting. I think I don't know. I think like I love it. I loved it overall, and it's
Oh.
a delight. It was a delight to watch. It's really good. I just think again they should have spread it out from the perspective of trying to make more money and maybe not learning the wrong. I don't want them to learn the wrong lessons. Like this is that this is not good. That's the worst thing that could possibly happen. I think what you were saying before, I have it written here, like excellent cast chemistry. The dialogue's well written between the characters. I think you're right. There could have been more in the beginning. I think they had a good establishment of their situation, everything like that. But I think that they could have spent more time. I just wanted to see them together more.
Exactly.
There's an element of they're so likable. This cast of characters, this family element is so likable. I want to see them more together. Pedro Pascal could act with the phone book, honestly. He's just so good, though. He's so strange because you can give him the same mustache in every movie, and I seriously believe the guy is a different person every time. I don't get it. He's so different as Joel from The Last of Us. He's so different as, obviously, as this character here. At least I saw him in the trailer of Materialist, to name a thing that he's in more recently as well.
The mayor in Eddington. We're going to talk about
Eddington. So drastically different. I find he's really interesting in that way. And the way he does an accent in this is an old-timey New York accent, but it's very subtle. It's not ridiculous. I kind of love the way what he did with that. His vocal coach or whoever worked with him, his dialect coach, like great job to both of you. Because like that was amazing. I thought that was really cool.
I agree completely. And I think what the really cool part about this as well, with him, like he plays a lot of very well written characters too, right? So like I think the writing really supports him on this, and this version of Reed Richards that we get and his portrayal of him is great, and he's actually intelligent and like you believe how smart he is. Whereas there is a different MCU movie where there's Reed Richards in it, and like he does a couple of things, and it's like you're supposed to be the smartest man alive, and you literally just like threw your cards out on the table. Like a fucking idiot. And and it was used against you. And it's like, what? So
it's nuts. Yeah, that's crazy. I would agree in that. I also found that the characters are they're flawed in some aspect too, but in subtle ways. And they don't explicitly say it out loud. I distinctly remember the first Fantastic Four movie and how much Ben Grimm really hated being a rock guy. I remember that distinctly. As like the thing I remember most about it is he's just a tortured soul. And I don't think they like dove into that with this movie as much in it, such an obtuse and strong way. It was very positive in a large way, even though he's clearly the one with the worst outcome of powers that he received. Like Ebon Moss-Bachrach is amazing too. I really do think this guy's crazy good. There's an element of, I don't know why, but over the last little bit, I've been saying it like just randomly. The way he delivers certain lines, like, okay, that line for some reason, I've been thinking about it. I don't know why. It's in the trailers. It's just really, there's something really earwormy about it. It's a delivery choice, though. What's the line in the writer's room? Oh, it says on the script, okay. Like, he just killed it. He delivered it in a way that's unique. And he doesn't have as much to work with because he's got a bunch of green dots on his face. So to film, I don't know. They're very impressive. Yeah. And again, I believe them as a family. I believe the brother-sister relationship. I believe the husband-wife relationship 100%. And that's the biggest problem with the film overall is I just wish we saw more of them. And I wish it was a TV show is actually kind of my main criticism. Yeah. I want to see more of the family. And I think this version of Fantastic Four as well, it really makes you think how much The Invincibles is the Fantastic Four. Like deeply. Like the Pixar movie, The Invincibles.
Yeah, I feel like there is kind of parallel. This movie kind of feels very Brad Bird. Yeah. Like it
could have been,
Yeah.
Oh, that's another great point. Thank you for reminding me. I should have mentioned this out of the gate. Matt Shakman is the director of this. He's the director of WandaVision. I am really impressed with Matt Shakman. I gotta say, I was like really worried about this film for one reason, and it is Matt Shakman. But it's not Matt Shakman's fault. He didn't write WandaVision. So I shouldn't really blame him. The weird thing is the writer of WandaVision went on to make Agatha All Along, and I think the writing in that is really great. So especially the way it ends. I was very impressed. So I don't know. I don't even know anymore. It's like almost maybe do I like WandaVision more? Nah, I don't. There's too many red herrings.
I feel like honestly, WandaVision's really good, except for the ending.
The end,
like the ending,
because
just
the
kinda,
ending doesn't pay. It doesn't pay off.
Yeah,
that's the real. For me, that was my issue. Is the payoff?
And it just evolves with a bunch of lasers, and it almost
that's true.
Yeah, it's like I don't know if that was like studio interference where it's like you gotta do some crazy Marvel, because that was the first Marvel TV show. It's like you got to do a battle, you got to do something, because that's like every movie does that, and I don't know, but yeah, I do agree with you. I think Matt Shakman really nailed it here.
Yeah, it was tight directing. I think
very.
Except for maybe the aspect of removing scenes, but I thought about it on the way home, and I thought, I bet, because you mentioned it in the theater parking lot, as we talk about movies every time we come out of the theater, we just talk about them in the parking lot briefly. But you mentioned that you found that they cut scenes out, and we knew that they did because we talked about specifically John Malkovich. But there's this element, like, I think they did it for this. I swear they keep doing this for the runtime. Mm-hmm. And it just strikes me as interesting that it seems like that's the reason. Because the problem is when you have too long of a runtime, it makes it so that it's hard to put it in theaters. You want to get it as many screenings as possible. Yeah. And at a certain point, there's like a cutoff. There's an optimal level you want to hit. So I think there's maybe an element of, not only do we remove the scenes because it doesn't quite work as well as the flow as we wanted, but it might have been also because they wanted the runtime. Mm-hmm. I hope it's not the second one. I hope it is mainly the flow, because I would have loved to see John Malkovich in the MCU. That would have been amazing. And that seems like that's never going to happen now. So that would be unfortunate.
No.
But yeah. Also, sorry, you.
No. Please.
Michael Giacchino, what a score. Great.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Amazing.
It's a good call out.
He kills it. He kills it in everything. And he killed it here. Like, and the element of it, like, being this, like, especially because of the nature of the positivity of it, but this choir singing Fantastic Four is something about that works really well in this world. Mm-hmm. And I'm really curious what this means for the rest of the MCU. I want to see this be a trilogy of movies, and I'm wondering again, are they going to take the wrong lessons because of the drop in box office? But also, what does it mean to be a trilogy of movies? Because obviously, the Fantastic Four will play off the Avengers eventually. I don't want to get into that too much because we don't want to spoil it. They're going to eventually somehow merge somehow, and there might not be in a retro-futuristic universe in some way. And so, how does that work?
Yeah,
what does that look like?
Yeah, the most disappointing part about this movie, in my personal opinion, is that, like, clearly with the Avengers Doomsday, that's taking place in the main MCU, and it's already been confirmed that these characters are going to be in those movies, right? So you can deduce that they are going to be in the Marvel, like the proper MCU somehow. They're going to do some dimensional swap stuff, right? And my worry is that they're not going to go back to this fun universe. It's like, you guys set up a really cool universe. I want to see more of this. I'm cool with it being kind of more of a self-contained, like, cast of characters where it's like, okay, cool. Like, there isn't like all the Avengers around, and I'm a little disappointed because my assumption is they're going to merge it all together and we're not going to get this cool retro future world anymore. We're not going to get this positive tone that the entire world has, It's interesting.
That's an excellent point. And I will say, like, we're not in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, your granddad's Marvel Cinematic Universe, the one that started in 2008 anymore.
Yeah.
There's an element of why doesn't what happens at the end of the movie, as an example, or what's going to happen to lead into Avengers Doomsday, why doesn't that happen in the second movie? Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Like, did you need to do this? I don't think they did, because the box office has been soft for Marvel Cinematic Universe movies, and they're kind of panicked over at Marvel a little bit. They've been experimenting after the Endgame, and that's fine, but a lot of their experiments haven't worked as well as they want. And I think now they're not doing Iron Man 1 to 3 before. It was Iron Man 1 and 2, and then we got Avengers. Mm-hmm. There's this crazy. There's very few things that got, you know what I mean? There was like very few sequels that came out before the big show movie, like the big showcase film for the Marvel Cinematic Universe in the past. Even like Yeah, I don't know. They realize that they can see the dollar signs, so they don't want to. But you can't take the risk. In my opinion, it would have been nicer to see Fantastic Four as the best tentpole TV series on Disney Plus for 6 episodes, and then bring them into the overall Avengers MCU. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Saying on that, because then we would have seen a lot more character development. We would have seen a lot more villains, but then you might lose people because the average audience for the MCU is into the movies. I don't know. But it would have been nice, again, if they could have done it in the sequel. Like the second movie then links up to Avengers, as opposed to what it's going to have to be, because the only 2 movies coming out next are Brand New Day Spider-Man and Doomsday for Avengers.
Yeah, so. And then after Doomsday, it's Secret Wars or whatever. I don't even know if there's a movie in between those 2 movies.
I don't know.
If there is, it's not like officially announced, so.
Yeah, I don't think it was announced. They might just announce something else. Yeah. Oh, another thing they did really well. They got the power hierarchy right. They did. I could see these characters have weaknesses. I understand that they're not invincible. There's elements of that aspect that I've been wanting from the MCU for a while. I just made fun of the fact that Sam Wilson lands on his feet after diving at terminal velocity and somehow
his
survives.
Butthole should have flung out of his butt.
Yeah. No more butthole.
Yeah.
His hips broken, legs shattered. Anyway, but not. No, he got hit by a car or something like that at one point. He's just perfectly fine. He flies through a jet. It's just fine. No problem. He gets
punched by a big red Hulk and he's fine.
Yeah. It's no problem. He gets up and he goes to visit his friend in the hospital, but he's not in the hospital.
Yeah, no, he's fine.
He's a human guy. There's no super soldier serum. Yeah. I was thinking about this recently. Are you ready for a diatribe or should I avoid this? I could just
go for it, man. Go for it. Why the fuck not? It's just me and you.
There's one thing I was realizing recently, okay? I looked to define, I was just like thinking about it. I was looking to define a theme park film in a way. And I think I found it. I was thinking about it actually in context of Eddington, weirdly. We can talk about that after for a brief moment. But the theme park film is a film in which there aren't any stakes. When you get on a roller coaster, you go from the beginning, you're in the station and you go all the way around and you get to the end. You're not planning to fall off. It's not Final Destination. So you're not going to, the roller coaster is not going to crash. So
Final Destination 3.
Like, it's all spectacle. What?
Final Destination 3.
Oh, there you go. Thank you. I haven't seen them. So thank you for the reference. Yeah. But it's all spectacle and no substance because you're not worried about any of the characters because there's no plot that can surprise you. And that's kind of a big problem. The problem with Brave New World, and it's the one that does it the worst, the reason there's no stakes in Brave New World, Captain America Brave New World, is because we don't know what the characters can do, and there are no weaknesses because Sam Wilson doesn't have super soldier serum, and he can literally do everything without being punished for it. So if he can fight the Hulk and survive, he can literally beat anyone. The biggest problem with the Marvels is that Carol Danvers doesn't lose. She's never lost once. She's never lost. If the Russo brothers are smart, what they should do is in the second movie or in Doomsday, they should beat up Carol Danvers. They should show that there is someone who can beat her. Because the problem with the MCU right now in general is that you can just bring Carol Danvers and she saves the day and it's over.
Yeah, I'm just like imagining. Yeah, I'm just imagining a scene where like Doctor Doom just beats the living shit out of a woman. It's gonna be like just a man just beating the living crap out of this.
Well, we just worried about the political implications. You know what I mean? Like that can't be the case. Like you made a character that doesn't make any sense. I think Brie Larson's great. I like her. I like Carol Danvers as a whole. I just don't. Those movies fall apart every time. Every movie that has Captain Marvel in it is going to fall apart because she doesn't lose. There are no stakes if she can't lose.
Yeah, like she has the powers of Superman without a kryptonite, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
You just literally just hit my last point. Okay. You know what James Gunn nailed, and you know why Superman was better than I could have ever imagined it would be. They show it in the trailer, right in the beginning of the movie. They show you. He can lose. He is the most powerful superhero probably out of every one of them. There are weaknesses, though, and one of them is kindness, actually. But there's the actual weaknesses that he has. And the fact that somebody could beat him is shown to you right off the get-go because otherwise there's no stakes. And then you're just watching this movie and it's boring. Brave New World is the most boring MCU movie because he's not going to lose. It's just not going to happen. We watch him sonic boom as he lands. There's no way he can lose. And they show us right away that there is no limitation of Sam Wilson.
Well, no, the irony is that they do show that he can lose because he breaks his like shoulder or whatever right off the bat, but then it's fine the next scene.
Yeah. But he's perfectly fine.
Yeah.
So they don't take anything seriously. They break the physics of their world.
Oh man, I don't know if I should take this super serum. I can't be Captain America. I shouldn't take this super serum. And then Bucky's like, brother, we had a whole TV series about this. Why are you still talking about this?
And then the next scene again, he says it again.
Yeah.
That's the crazy thing is that like literally the next scene he says it. It's like, God, first of all, that's
taken that super serum. Brother, you just took a punch from the Hulk.
But there's got to be stakes.
What an idiot.
And so that's the moral of the story is there's got to be stakes. The reason why Infinity War is such a brilliant film is because it shows you the stakes. It shows you them right to your face. And you understand that these heroes, these invincible heroes like Thor, how does he lose? It doesn't make any sense. It's incredible. Captain Marvel's not good because of this. Miss Marvel's good. The Marvels are not good because you don't, there's no definition of their powers either. I don't know what the Marvels do, honestly. All three of them, they're undefined. And if you don't define their powers, they can't lose because they can just make up some trick. Miss Marvel can just now create an invincible gun and she just shoots you. Like that doesn't do anything for me. No.
I was like, I don't remember that. Yeah,
That's
because
cool
she has the weird, like
that,
green, almost like Green
what
Lantern powers. Like it's weird.
She does, right? And then that's what they got to define the Lanterns TV show on HBO. Yeah. That's what James Gunn's team and like the people, the writers, Chris Mundy and Damon Lindelof have to do to define the Lanterns TV show. Because if you don't, then what do they just have? I envisioned I win this battle and I've won. That you can't have that. There's got to be limitations, otherwise you've screwed up. But Superman is the greatest example of this. And if I almost feel like that's a problem in Man of Steel. Like they missed the mark on that too because they don't create the stakes. I love that it's in the first frame of Superman. They explain it. They don't even wait a second because James Gunn knows the problem with Superman. He knows what it is, and that's the problem with him. Batman doesn't have that issue because Batman's a human being. You understand his issue right away. He's very fragile. He's a human. But Sam Wilson, also a human, not fragile. Not fragile. Not named fragile, and also not that fragile. But he is very fragile.
I understood
anyway.
that.
He's not fragile. He's actually not. Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway. Okay. That's my diatribe about that. So I think that's one of the things that I think Fantastic Four, that brings them back to form of what the MCU has done before, what Joss Whedon brought to the table, what James Gunn did with Guardians of the Galaxy, what the Russo brothers have done consistently with all their movies. They understand where characters beat each other. They understand that Ant-Man throwing a gas tanker is needed in a fight like that because he's not that powerful. Can Ant-Man beat Kang the Conqueror? What a problem that is when you do something like that. Where are the stakes then of the overall MCU? What?
By the way, he can. By the way,
but that's the crazy thing is if you throw Kang the Conqueror, you make him the main guy, and you make him get defeated by the worst Avenger. It's like, what are you doing? The stakes are so low now. How is there going to be hype for Kang when you can't even make him fight the basic? He's a comedy. He's supposed to be the comic relief. How is Hurley from Lost beating freaking the Man in Black? You know what I'm saying? It doesn't make any sense. Anyway, I'm getting fired up. But do you get what I'm saying? Does that make sense?
I think so, man. I think I do get it.
I think Scorsese's wrong about the theme park film, but there are a bunch of MCU movies and there are a bunch of movies in general. There's lots of movies that just follow this idea of like there are no stakes because all we're trying to do is create a spectacle. And if we just make a spectacle, we've succeeded. But that's not the point. Like I think the Mission Impossible movies do this well too. They make the stakes high. They make them really high. There's always a nuclear disaster on the horizon, but they're trying to solve like crazy impossible things. And I think that's an important aspect to pay attention to. Anyway, that's it. That's it from my Fantastic Four diatribe. Anything else stick out to you about the film? Anything else you want to talk about?
No, I think I covered everything. I feel like there was something I wanted to mention, but it left my brain.
I'm sorry. That was me. I did
No, it's okay. It's okay. I don't think it's
too
that
much
important.
talking.
I would have remembered it if it was important. You know what I mean?
So yeah, I really liked it. I recommend it a lot. That's my main thing. And I rated it 4 out of 5. That's my...
Yeah, I think I'm at about a 4 out of 5 as well. I think it's not the greatest movie I've ever seen, not the greatest MCU movie, but it is incredibly enjoyable and fantastic for
That's right.
new
trying to make that.
audiences.
You're really trying to make that joke
Yeah.
land. You're really trying.
It's a good first steps into the MCU.
Yeah.
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 Good shit.
Okay. It's time now to move on to Eddington.
Yeah,
We
Pedro
watched,
Pascal 2.0, dude.
Yeah, this is the opposite kind of movie to Fantastic Four in like a lot of ways. Very much the opposite. It's also a longer movie than Fantastic Four. First steps.
Yeah.
This is directed by Ari Aster, who directed Midsommar and Hereditary and Beau is Afraid. And it's got Pedro Pascal, but mostly follows, I think, I should say, I mean, it shows that in the trailer too, but Joaquin Phoenix's character has also got Emma Stone in it. It's got Austin Butler in it. It's a pretty stacked cast. It's pretty cool that way. The basic premise is the spring of 2020, COVID is hit, and what does it do to a small town? There's a mayoral race happening at the same time. There's a sheriff who doesn't like COVID regulations, much like a lot of America didn't like COVID regulations. I don't think anyone liked the COVID regulations as a whole, but a lot of people
I don't think anyone was like, fuck yeah, I'm so stoked about being locked in my house.
Right. They followed them because they had to or whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah, so this movie is, that's the basic premise. And it's the question of what happens to this town and what happens to Joaquin Phoenix's sheriff. And I must say, this is one of the most disappointing movies I've ever watched. And yet it's not, it's also really well shot and really well written in many bits, but it's shocking because it takes such a turn in a way that I could have never imagined. And
like the last 5 minutes of the movie, essentially.
Right. In the shortest span of time, the tonal shift is so jarring that I can't believe it. But anyway, I'll throw it to you. What did you think overall? And then what we can talk about specifics, but without spoiling again, because we're not spoiling anything else. But Focus on Film and TV podcast. But
I think this movie is really interesting. I actually really like this movie, and the further I've gotten from it, I don't want to say the more I've liked it, but I still like. I think I understand what that ending was going for. Because to be totally blunt, I think the journey this movie puts you on, and like kind of the perspectives of, because it touches on a lot of things. This movie, again, it's based on essentially like COVID, but it's touching on all these crazy world events that happened during that time frame.
Mm-hmm. It's everything within that frame of time within the spring of 2020. Yeah, that's a good point. Like Black Lives Matter with George Floyd and all of that stuff too. That was important as well. Yeah, like that was a crazy time to live in general,
dude. I don't even.
And we didn't live in the United States. Imagine how crazy it would have been there. With
probably
the
not good, dude. Probably not good. I'm gonna assume
it's bad here already in Canada. So,
and I think that's arguably the biggest issue with the movie, apart from like how the ending is kind of messy. Messy is putting it lightly. I just think this movie has so much going on.
Oh yeah,
and the journey with everything that's going on is intriguing. I was in this movie the entire time, but the issue with dealing with so many things is once you get to the finale, you have to essentially wrap these things up. And I think Ari Aster unfortunately failed in wrapping things up in a concise way,
I'd say.
However, I think I understand the message that he was going for.
But the message is in your fate. Here's the analogy I want to give you.
Yeah, please, please.
A comparison. We reviewed every episode of a little show called The Last of Us, specifically season 2. Okay. And one of your main criticisms of season 2, although the reason why you had this criticism is because you had played the game as well, for sure, because this part was like directly connected. And you would criticize the fact that they were not subtle with season 2's storytelling in terms of the messaging they were trying to tell.
Mm-hmm.
Which I could see what you were saying because the game is more subtle. But in my perspective, having been separated from the game for a while, not having played it in a while, I thought, because it's The Last of Us Part 2 is the game in this case, I thought, no, I don't think it's unsubtle. It's just unsubtle in comparison to the game, which I completely agree with you on. Mm-hmm. So here's the deal with this. This is unsubtle, and it doesn't have anything to do with like adaptation. This is the most unsubtle message I have maybe ever seen in my life. They literally have a guy attached with strings and you know what the message is. There's no way this is not the most unsubtle message I've ever seen in a movie, maybe ever. And the weird thing is, like, could you have just done it? And the message was hinted at throughout the movie. So why not just wrap it up in a less like that way? I have an actual ending. I wrote it. I was so mad after. I was so mad after watching this movie. Because I thought, man, this guy had such great character development. He nailed COVID. Like, he nailed how I felt in COVID. I didn't live in a small town. I understood what this was. We worked in retail, the two of us. So we had this experience that is kind of unlike some other people. We weren't stuck inside completely. We did like curbside pickup. We dealt with annoying people who just didn't want to wear masks. And we have to wear masks. We had to. So what are we going to do? Are we just not going to do it? Like, we just got to do it. The mandate exists. And it was very similar to that. And it kind of gave me anxiety in a really watching the movie. The real life gave me anxiety too. I'm still recovering. But no, the movie though brought me back to that time. I'm like, he nailed this. He nailed it so well. I'm so impressed. And then he gets to like the climax of the movie, or like I guess we can say the beginning of the third act kind of thing. And we have this like crazy stuff that starts to happen, and you see it in the trailer. Like, there's some crazy stuff that happens, and I'm like, that's not that unrealistic. I'm like, I can see how we can get. That's not that big of a stretch. I'm like, I'm okay. And then I was like, this movie is almost written like a Tarantino movie. I'm like, this is kind of crazy. Like except it's a little bit more realistic and more political, I guess. But there's this element of it being kind of, I'm like, this is kind of cool because like there's some wacky shit going on and violence that you wouldn't expect potentially. And you're like, whoa, where are we going with this? And then they get to the last 10 minutes and then I'm like, no, you didn't have to tell me the exact thing. Ari Aster, stop screaming at me the message. You can literally just tell me. You can tell me in any other way than this. This is the most extreme way. He's like, they won't get it. They won't get it unless I tell them. I'll tell them the message. I'll tell it to them. I'll spoon-fed it to them. Anyway.
Well, that's what it was. He tells it in pretty much every way except for literally telling you it, like with words. Like, it's just like,
ridiculous.
Look at all these visual, like, look at all these scenes put together. It's all visual. It's like, look at all this. This is the message, and it's very clear and concise.
It's bad. I'll tell you my ending after if you're interested, because I wrote it down. I'm curious. I do think that I'm not going completely off his message. I think that it's not even that far off. It's just what you said is exactly, you said it at the beginning of when you were describing. Your description was, it doesn't work because you didn't tie anything up. You failed to tie it. And the thing is that this is such a long movie, man. It's 2.5 hours long. He builds up all these characters and all this amazing character development. And at the end of the movie, he's just like, no, that doesn't matter, actually. All that stuff you watch, that doesn't matter. Yeah. Is that important? No. Actually, forget all that. That's not even what it's about. It's like, no, guy, you do need to care about the characters. You know, people, when they come to see a movie, they're not coming to see a parable. They don't want to get the message. They're not going to see, you know what I'm saying? They're not here. Parables, by the way, like the classic, Bible parables, they're short. They're notoriously short. They're not 2.5 hours of like telling you all this buildup for the parable. And then it's like, no, actually it was this. No, that's not a good way to build a movie. It's just not good, because audiences come to see character development. They come to see relatability and grounded nature of things. And that movie was grounded. It was grounded all the way to the end. And then they're like, tonally, the shift is, no, actually, we're not realistic. And that's why I was going to connect to Fantastic Four and the MCU. Is my point was, when you're making any movie and you make any script, by the end of the movie, you have to ask yourself, or even just each scene, ask yourself each scene, does this make sense? If it doesn't make sense, rewrite it. Because the ending of this movie, based on the tone and the physics of the universe and everything that has to do with the way the movie works, I find that the way that people, the way they think and everything like that, it's no longer our world anymore at the end of the movie. He changes the game, and that's not fair to the audience, because that's not the point. Like, because you can still tell your story and you can do your message without being so heavy-handed. And so that's my thought process. I don't hate it. Again, I really like it. It's just, it went from like almost like a 4.5 to like a 3. It's like, how did you do that? Yeah. Like, how did you do this? Why?
Yeah, it was weird.
So mad.
Because
the acting's really good, by the way.
Oh, dude, it's stellar. I think the casting, I think everything. I honestly, I think everything around this movie, like the performances, the dialogue, the camera work, the fucking sets and everything, like the small town feel, and the tone up until the end is masterful. And I think Ari Aster, he is it's interesting. So I haven't watched Beau's Afraid. I really want to watch it. Yeah. But I haven't watched that one yet. But Midsummer, Hereditary, and Eddington, all very different movies.
Yeah.
However, there is one consistent through line in all of these movies. And it is that Ari Aster is a master of creating anxiety.
Tension, yeah. It's just like crazy. It's palpable. You can't.
Yeah, there's this, and it's not the same anxiety that you feel when you watch like The Bear, as an example, or The Studio. No, it's this very specific, I can't even put my finger on. Yeah, kind of like that. But
it's actually kind of most similar to Uncut Gems, maybe.
Yeah, but it's like this. There's this discomfort that you're constantly feeling, and it's like, I think it's not only with the dialogue and what's going on, but it's like the audio that plays. It's like there's always this like kind of like a humming in some scenes where it just like adds to this level of discomfort, and I think he nails that. And I do admit, again, like we're talking a lot about the ending and we're being relatively vague about it because we don't want to spoil it. But I was when the ending happened, I was like, "Fuck, dude, did we just waste 2.5 hours of our life?" And then after talking more about it, I kind of went back on it. I'm like, actually, I really like the journey, although I didn't love the ending. I get where he's going with it, and I understand
endings
what he wanted.
Endings are so important, though.
Yeah, it is. I mean, they are, no doubt about it.
Especially if it discounts what you've seen. It's like The Rise of Skywalker,
Well, The Rise of Skywalker, the entire movie sucks. But I guess that is an ending.
No, but I'm saying it's the ending of the overall 9 movies. That's why you don't want to. That's why you don't like. That's why you're so negative about Star Wars. You're like, well, Andor is great, but it's like we're never gonna get anything like this ever again.
Yeah,
it's like, guy, relax. We don't know that. You're like so negative on it because of Rise of Skywalker. That's why.
Yeah,
because it's the ending. It's like so disappointing.
Yeah, touche. But yeah, I still really like this movie, though. Like, I don't know if I'd ever watch it again. I don't know if I could recommend this to someone.
That's it. I can't recommend it.
Yeah, but
I can recommend Midsummer, but I'm like, buckle up. I would recommend Midsummer for sure, but I'm like, buckle up. It's you want to be disturbed? Here you go.
Midsummer is one of the great movies, dude. Like that movie is so good. And I really want to watch Beau's Afraid because I know like that one's really weird and wacky and kind of out there, and I don't think it did particularly well. I got to just sit down and watch it. But yeah, I don't know. I'm of 2 months. I do really like this movie, though. I do.
Interesting.
I do.
Yeah.
But yeah, the ending is just kind of a mess.
Yeah.
And it's about the friends we made along the way.
I know, but it's like, I get that.
It's not the destination.
It's the journey, but the journey becomes useless if the destination is completely. It flips the entire universe on its head. That's my issue with it. It just doesn't. Yeah, man, what a crazy. I had another note, but I can't remember what it was. It was something about. Oh, I got distracted and I didn't say it. Oh, I don't know.
I'm sorry.
It's absurd though. The ending is absurd, and I just don't. I don't know what is he? Why?
Yeah.
Oh man. Yeah.
Oh, one thing to note: there was a woman in the theater that. So it was a black woman. She was sitting in our theater, and this is important because they deal with like BLM and stuff, like the Black Lives Matter movement and the George Floyd thing.
Before I forget, very funny. This movie at times.
Oh, genuinely hilarious. Yeah. There are a couple
you know what I'm
things.
referencing, but go on.
Yeah.
We're crazy, shockingly funny in the most absurd way. You're like, should I laugh at this?
Yeah.
But yeah. The lady in the theater. Sorry. Yeah.
Yeah. So there was a black woman in the theater, and when the BLM stuff started happening, like she like left the theater. I'm like, oh, like maybe again, I don't understand her perspective. So I was like, maybe she thinks like this is like poorly done from a BLM angle, but no, she came back in. I'm like, oh, interesting. Okay. But then
bathroom break.
The third act started and she straight up gets up and leaves, like grabs all her stuff and just leaves. And this is like before it started getting bad. Like before the last like 10 minutes of this movie is like, what the fuck is happening? But like, this is like, maybe the last like 20, 30 minutes of the movie, just gets up and walks out. I'm like, really? I'm like, what? You made it through 2 hours of this. Why are you leaving right now? And arguably she made the right choice, but like
sure.
did she read online that the ending's bad? And she's like, okay, this is a good place to end it. Yeah,
I don't know, maybe. Oh my God.
That was interesting to me.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know. I thought about it so deeply after. I kept thinking about it. I'm like, I just don't. Why would you throw the baby out with the bathwater? There's so many choices you can make that just don't do that. And it's just, man. I just don't get making somebody sit through that to that extent.
Mm-hmm.
The ending I would have chosen, by the way, just to hint at it, Austin Butler's character, I would have swapped him in for a certain character they used at the end. I don't know if you would guess what I'm thinking. Because there's like an obvious aspect of what the movie is kind of about at the end of it. And so, but yeah, I'll get to it. I'll maybe tell you later, but I don't want to spoil it. It's just, that's it. What do you want? I guess that's it. Do you have anything else to say? Do you want to add anything else?
No. I think that's a good place to end it without, again, like, it's funny. We've almost exclusively talked about the end of this movie without being able to spoil it, but
we talked a lot about it throughout. We thought the cinematography is good. Like the acting is incredible. Pedro Pascal again is a different character again. Joaquin Phoenix's character is like almost hard to watch. There's like, there's also the aspects of conspiracy theorists in the United States as well, and how that was exacerbated by COVID. They really dived into that too. And it's really crazy. It's really cool. Like that all of those aspects are just incredible. And the character development that goes with it is incredible. But then again, when you have an audience that you are stringing along for this whole thing, they want satisfying conclusions. They don't need like if you watch Red Wedding in Game of Thrones, or like the beginning of Invincible, or there's so many things that are very divisive, or even like at the time people didn't love Empire Strikes Back because it's some choices in that are interesting, and people don't like seeing the way that characters that they love might lose, or whatever it may be. That part, those are they change the plot. They change the game, I guess, but they also are satisfying in certain ways because it's just the way the cookie crumbled. That's not what happened here. I'm not upset because he just decided to do something different. He did something drastically unbelievable, and that's kind of the issue. So the overall, it's funny. I was about to talk about the rest of the movie, and I just talk about the ending again. I can't even get away from it.
I guess to go back to the rest of the movie, like to add on to it. I think there is I think the way he deals about all these like big issues is actually very nuanced, and there is like a level of absurdity where it's not. I mean, I think when he talks about it, there's clearly a wrong side that he points out, but he also highlights the absurdity in the right side, quote unquote, not the right wing, but like the
incorrect side.
Yeah. And I think
there's even the incorrect, there's all the Black Lives Matter stuff. I feel like especially he showed both sides very well, like how absurd it is. It was almost not the right side. Yeah. Like in the way that they're protesting, it's cool to be protesting and whatever, but they weren't doing it the correct way, perhaps. They were doing it the most annoying way possible. Yeah. And in this particular thing, I'm not saying overall protesting for Black Lives Matter was bad. That's not what I'm saying at all. In this movie, in the way that they were doing it, and I think that nuance is exactly correct. The nuance is the best word. There's almost never any right side because there's always bad actors in every situation, unfortunately. The mask complainers, the people who would clap if somebody leaves without a mask is annoying too. There's an aspect of that's a great call out. I love that you said that because that's true. He looked at it in a nuanced way. It's not like one political side like bashing the other.
Yeah, it is. It is I think a commentary on you can take things too far, like Andor, where even the rebels took things too far at times. Even the good people do bad things.
You know how nerdy we look, or like how like you're using like Star Wars. Like no one can. For somebody who hasn't watched Andor, I feel like we must sound like a couple of buffoons. You know?
Dude.
Because it's just that no one will think that show, as an example, is nuanced because it's Star Wars.
Oh my God, dude.
And so it's discounted in some way, I'm sure, for a lot of people. But there are obviously a lot of people who watched it.
What does it take to run a fascistic empire? Regular fucking people. Yeah. Crazy, dude. Come on, man. Oh my God, Andor's so good, dude. That's the best. Yeah. That's like one of the great TV shows of all time.
It's great.
But again, all in all, I really like Eddington. Would I recommend it? No. Do I think the ending is incredibly messy and could have been done significantly better? Yes. Do I still like the ending? Not really, but whatever. I've grown to accept it.
You almost seem to like it more than I thought you did. I don't like it at all, and it takes away from the rest of the movie, and so therefore it's a 3.0 out of 5. Where it would have been a 4 or 5.
I like it in the sense that like I get what he was going for, and I mean again it's hard to miss, but I get it.
Yeah, but you don't. And you can go for that. You can do it. You can do both. That's the thing. It's about the characters, Adrian. To reference episode 114. Yeah. Episode 114 title. It's about the characters. It's about the characters. That's why that's why it's broken, because it's not about the characters. He's just like, characters don't matter. It's only this message I want to tell you and shove down your throat really hard.
Eddington is exactly like Andor.
Eddington is exactly like Andor. That's the title of a show, of an episode right there. Eddington is exactly like Andor. Anyway, what's your score though? I think you're still thinking about it. That's why you're prolonging this.
Yeah, I mean, like right now, 3.5 out of 5, I would say.
All right. Same score as Friendship.
Yeah. Yeah, actually.
Not even close. I saw a deleted scene from Friendship recently. I gotta send it to you. Is it
the
scene
Connor
with him?
O'Malley, the garage scene?
On the drums. He's on the drums. Yeah. But they're like breaking in the scene. That's probably why they didn't use it.
Yeah.
They're breaking because it's ridiculous what they're saying. Mm. It's like, who do you even know here? I don't know anyone. I'm just a lawyer. No, he's a real estate agent.
Yeah.
It's nonsense.
I like the further I've gotten from Friendship, the more I like it.
I love that movie, but it's also crazy.
Yeah.
it's crazy. Yeah.
Cool. What do you rate this one?
3.
Okay. Yeah, you're sticking with 3? I don't know if you were going to drop down after.
No, I'm not. I love the filmmaking aspect of it. It makes me so mad. I've never been so mad. I think this is the most mad I've been leaving a movie, because to me it's like you can come out of Jurassic World Rebirth, right? And I'm like, I didn't love the plot, but it was fun. They kept their tone. They understood what they were in some aspect. They didn't completely nail what they were, and that's where I like King of Skull Island. What the hell am I talking about? No, King Kong. That movie's really good.
King Kong.
Kong Skull Island is amazing. That's not what I'm talking about. Kong versus Godzilla, right?
Yeah.
Is it the one? No.
Godzilla versus Kong. Godzilla X Kong.
X Kong, not versus. Versus is bad.
Project Power Glove or whatever the fuck.
Yeah, Project Power Glove. That's what it should have been called. Project Power Glove. The Kong Project Power Glove movie they completely nailed the tone to the point where there's that moment with the freaking. Was it the baby monkey? And he's ragdolling it?
Yeah,
come on. That was like the best thing ever. Because it's so stupid. The whole movie's kind of stupid, but they nail it. The Meg 2, better than the Meg, because they understand what the tone is. That's the moral of the story. And this movie is a really good movie that was spoiled by an ending that completely discounted the rest of the film. It becomes a 3 for me.
Yeah,
and it would have been much higher. Yeah. So that's it. That's Eddington. Yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty cool though. Pretty cool. Like overall, like vibe. He killed the vibe. He killed it until the end. Anyway.
Yep.
All right. Cool. Let's get off this topic before I get too mad. I think now, Adrian, am I wrong? What segment are we on? What are we even
What's
doing?
coming out? What's gonna be here?
Now onto a segment of our show that I like to call A Look to the Future. A portion of our podcast where each of us present at least 3 of our picks for the TV series or movies that look most interesting to us that are releasing between the dates of August 12th and August 25th, 2025.
Mm-hmm.
Adrian, as is customary, you go first. What are your picks for this week?
Simon, there's quite a bit coming out this week.
Yeah.
I don't know if you're aware of that. And one of the big things that is coming out this week.
Yeah.
That I'm very excited. Well, these next 2 weeks, but it is actually this week that I'm very incredibly super excited about is Alien Earth launching August 12th, coming out on Disney Plus on our end. Directed by, or like showrunner Noah Hawley, best known for Fargo. So very excited about this. I didn't even watch the most recent trailer because I'm like, you know what, fuck it, I'm gonna watch this watch the show anyways. I think the first 2 episodes launch August 12th, and it's doing week to week, which is a little bit of a bummer, but whatever. I'll watch it when I have some downtime. Super excited about this. I'm so curious. It's rated incredibly well. I think it's like over a 90 on Rotten Tomatoes.
Amazing.
So
Noah Hawley is really great, and I'm very curious because Earth is not something they ever dive into in this like weird alternate history or history, like future history for Earth. Like the way humans are reacting, their technology is so funky in some aspect in Alien. How does it connect? And also there's that, wait, is that in this period? Actually, I didn't realize Predator Badlands is not here. That's not this 2 weeks. That's in September.
No, Predator Badlands is like November or October.
Okay. Predator Badlands is clearly connected with Wayland Corp.
It is.
To this world. So there's an element of like, are we going to see how the synthetic beings are built and stuff like that? Are we going to see more of the inside of Wayland? I also really like Timothy Olyphant as an actor. I think he's amazing. I think in Justified, he's incredible. I think he's actually really good in Book of Boba Fett, actually.
I agree, yeah.
He's maybe the best part of Book of Boba Fett overall, other than the Mandalorian parts, where some of the Mandalorian scenes are crazy in that show. They're almost better than the actual Mandalorian. But season 3.
Yeah, I was going to say.
But yeah, I'm very excited about this too. I was just thinking, because we were talking about Noah Hawley, I forgot about a trailer. The Jay Kelly trailer for Noah Baumbach. Did you see this trailer?
No.
And it's a serious role for Adam Sandler. It's another a Netflix movie. And George Clooney plays an actor who's kind of like had better days or whatever, like a movie star. And like Adam Sandler is his like biggest fan, but he's the guy's agent or something. He's his manager. And it's another like, and I think it was George Clooney who said that like Adam Sandler killed it. Like he's just he's a great actor, and people don't give him the credit he deserves in some capacity. He didn't get the credit for Uncut Gems that he deserved. That's for sure. But
no, unfortunately.
But yeah, it's worth maybe seeing that trailer. I'm very interested in this because I like Noah Baumbach quite a bit. I enjoyed Marriage Story. Barbie's pretty good. You know, he wrote that. But yeah, I'm interested in this because I want to see Adam Sandler in a serious role again. Happy Gilmore did really well. Happy Gilmore 2. And there's apparently like a million cameos in it.
A million?
There's a lot. There's a lot of cameos. It's crazy. It's like the MCU of of cameos in some way, like this MCU marathon. Not MCU characters, but there's a bunch of actors and like sports stars that are just interspersed in the movie. So
for sure.
Okay, my actual choice, because Jay Kelly's not coming out soon, is Nobody 2, coming out on August 15th. Bob Odenkirk returns as a badass. He was taking his family on vacation this time, and he kicks some butt.
Looks fun. I'm excited about this one too. Yeah, I like the first Nobody movie, and I think Nobody 2 looks fun too.
It does. It does indeed. Okay.
Cool.
Your next pick?
Cool. My next pick, Simon, is one that I am incredibly excited for as well. It's another TV show.
Oh.
It is a TV show called Long Story Short. Are you familiar with this one, Simon?
Huh. I don't have
It's a Netflix show. It's coming out August 22nd. Yeah. And it is by the creator of BoJack Horseman.
Oh, shit. I never saw this.
The trailer's really good. So it takes place over the course of, I don't know, 20 some odd years, maybe a little bit longer. And it just follows one family specifically over the years and like kind of their family dynamic over those years. And I think it's just going to essentially be changing like the time period that it takes place. The trailer seems like, quite funny, but it also seems like it's going to hit hit those like emotional beats that BoJack Horseman does so incredibly well. They're all humans though. It's not like, animal people.
Looking at the trailer,
I'm very excited for this show. I'm super stoked. I watched his other show on Amazon, only the first season, Undone, which starred Rosa Salazar. Really great. And I know season 2 came out, but it was like a pretty long gap between it. And I was always meaning to watch it, never got around to it. And then my pal Peter said that the second season wasn't that good, which is unfortunate. But like Bob Odenkirk's in that show as well, like Undone. And yeah, I really love the first season. So I'm excited to watch. Long story short, it's cool that he's back at Netflix. I like the art style. I'm very curious. Why are you making that face?
I'm on IMDb just like looking at the various cast members, Dave Franco and Ben Feldman. Yeah, Nicole Byer, etc. And for some reason, it's like more like this. And it's recommending something else called Long Story Short, which is a movie, I guess. And another thing called, and it's got a naked woman on it holding her breasts. And it says Fetish Angel Emmy Carita.
What?
How is that related to this in any way?
What?
If you click it, it's unbelievable.
Oh, yeah, Fetish Angel Emmy Carita. Oh my goodness.
Did you go into Long Story Short and see this?
Yeah, on IMDb. She has always been a hot topic in gravure and SNS and has been called a fetish angel. Kuriemi is the latest photo collection and challenges a new stage. Photographed by popular photographer Kazutaka Nakamura, she fully expressed her beauty and cuteness as a woman. It is full of bold, sexy cuts that show off her well-trained physical beauty. Not only the fans so far, but also many people picked up. I hope you will support the launch of the new Kuriemi.
Huh?
Yeah, I don't know, man.
How is it related, though? Okay, anyway. Not animated.
Live action. My goodness. Like what? Her butt's out? This is softcore pornography.
The images are really wild. I don't get how this is. I don't know. Whatever. Anyway, my next pick is going to be. This one's a weird one. Did you see this trailer for Fixed?
Yeah, dude. That's on my list 13th, as well. Yeah.
R-rated animated comedy from the creator of Samurai Jack. That's what I have written here.
Mm-hmm.
But it's a bunch of animals.
Yeah. It looks interesting. The art style is very reminiscent to like almost like old Looney Tunes in a weird way. Like I feel like it kind of captures that a little bit more. I was going to say more cartoony, but I mean, that makes no fucking sense. Is that a movie or a TV show? It's a movie, right?
It's a 6-episode
miniseries
series. How do you it's Tartakovsky, but how do you say his first name?
Gendy
Gendy?
Yeah. At least that's how I always said it. I don't know how accurate that is.
It's Idris Elba as the main character and Catherine
Hahn, Amy, Adam Devine.
What a cast.
Yeah, man.
There's a Bobby Moynihan, which a lot of people believe that guy's in. They didn't release this because Rockstar's really like buckled down. But they apparently Bobby Moynihan is thought to be playing a character in Grand Theft Auto 6. You can see him in the trailer. Like it seems like it looks like him. There's not a lot of characters that kind of look like their counterpart, except for him. And then you can hear the guy. Pretty sure the dude from Barry, the handler in Barry. What's that guy's name? That guy, I'm fairly certain, is in Grand Theft Auto 6 as well. To get a little sidetracked. What's that guy's name, that actor? Remember, you know what I'm talking about? Barry? Barry?
Yeah.
Barry's so good, man. What a good show. Stephen Root. Plays Monroe Fuchs. Good old Fuchs, eh? Yeah. Yeah, Stephen Root. He's great. But yeah, it does sound like him in the trailer for Grand Theft Auto. Okay. But yeah, Fixed. Interesting. I don't know. I haven't watched too much by Tartakovsky. Like, have you watched a lot?
Yeah, I watched Samurai Jack when I was a kid. I didn't watch his like updated like R-rated like finale of it, which apparently is amazing. I watched his animated Clone Wars series that came out before.
The one before.
Yeah.
Not
which
connected,
is stellar. Right? Yeah. That's so good. That's pretty much all I've watched of his. I know he had the show Primal, which apparently is pretty darn good. Never watched that either. So yeah, I'm curious about this. Maybe I'll put it on. I need something to watch on my downtown.
What is this on? Sorry, is this Netflix?
Netflix. It is Netflix. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Cool, man. Up next for me is another TV show. I feel like we're just listing a bunch of TV shows, or at least I am. It is Peacemaker season 2 coming out August 21st. I'm super stoked for this, dude.
Oh, shit. I don't have that on my list, but I don't know why I thought it fell out of the window. Oh, yeah.
It's
good call.
August 21st, man.
Every 2 weeks. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, so
Very excited. Very excited.
Yeah.
The trailer and the connection to Superman is even like deeper now. They released that trailer before Superman came out, and it's got like Nathan Fillion and it's Sean Gunn, Nathan Fillion, and
Isabella Merced.
Isabella Merced, which is really cool. I want to see Mr. Terrific in that though.
Yeah,
like Eddie, Gatagi.
Yeah,
I would like to see him too.
Peacemaker season 2. It's going to be 8 episodes. That's 2 months of a Crave subscription. Do I want to do that right away? I don't know. I'll see.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'll watch it right away, but
I have Crave just with the ads. I'm always watching Last Week Tonight, so I always end up having it until his show ends, and then I jump off.
Maybe I'll watch it. Fuck it. Whatever.
I'm definitely watching that. That I'm very excited. That's probably my most anticipated TV show event of the year. What else is coming out this year?
I just listed 2,
Stranger
Simon.
Things? What's that?
I just listed 2. Alien
I'm
Earth.
not that excited about them. Oh, Alien Earth, really cool, but still Peacemaker.
Yeah.
I'm more excited.
That's very
about. Also, Stranger Things, the last season. That's cool.
Yeah.
That's split up into 15 parts or whatever.
Yeah.
Exciting.
Silly, dude. Yeah. I'm excited about it, Stranger Things.
Yeah.
I'm not fucking drooling. I'm not like, but I'm excited.
I think season 4 is the best season.
Yeah. I agree with you, I think.
Which is shocking because it's funny because season 1 is really great. Then season 2, I felt like somewhat fell off a cliff in some way. It's almost like Mandalorian season 3 of Stranger Things. And then
is season 2 with what's his name from Lord of the Rings?
Yeah, that's the best part of it actually. Yeah. Jeez Louise. Sean.
Yeah. It's the best and worst part.
You didn't like him?
Sean Astin,
yeah.
Yeah.
You didn't like him, okay. But I felt like the season 2 is just a rehash of season 1 again, except with a weird road trip that didn't really quite fit. And that it didn't really work together. And then I felt like maybe the show is not going to be good for the rest of the seasons. And then season 3 in the mall is amazing. And then season 4 is crazy. Mm-hmm. Especially the Russia parts of season 4. They were crazy. They have like this element of trying to come back together. They were all trying to get back to each other in season 4. I just love it. I love it a lot. It's great. And people were really talking about that was a zeitgeisty show. That was like probably one of the most zeitgeist in terms of my memory, one of the most zeitgeisty moments. It's like a Game of Thrones moment. Game of Thrones was like that too, with Red Wedding and all that. Everyone was talking about it at the time. Everyone was talking about season 4 of Stranger Things.
Yeah.
Okay. Was it your turn or mine?
Your turn.
What'd you just say?
Peacemaker.
Oh yeah. I'm losing my mind. Okay. I have written here Splitsville. You have that one?
No, I don't even know what that is.
Ah. All right, gotcha. Splitsville is I was gonna type it in so I get all of the details right.
Splitsville Bowling in Guelph? It's on Woodlawn?
Yeah.
Road West?
It's basically Dakota Johnson's in it. Adria Arjona is in it as well. And there's basically messy breakups and it's a comedy, essentially. But
I didn't even hear about this. Interesting.
Yeah, it's directed by Michael Angelo Covino, and he stars in it as well as one of the main characters in it. It's pretty cool. It looks good. Oh, Kyle Marvin's in it as well, and he's a writer. Oh.
Interesting. David Castaneda from Umbrella Academy.
Oh, yeah.
David Castaneda from Umbrella Academy.
That's right.
And Ballerina.
I gotcha. I heard you. And Nicholas Braun from Succession. Yeah, he was in the trailer too. Nicholas Braun. No, it's good. Trailer looks good. Looks pretty funny. It's Neon is kind of killing it. I feel like when it's like A24, like the younger brother to A24 in a way, in terms of like success, in terms of indie films. Neon's kind of doing a good job.
It's interesting because I feel like Neon, like a while ago, they had a couple of bangers and then they just like kind of fell off again. And then I feel like with oh man, what was that horror movie? I liked it. Nicolas Cage.
Oh, Long Legs?
Yeah, I feel like that was kind of the beginning of it being a focus again, like kind of being popular again. Maybe
they saw A24 and they're like, you know what? If they can do it,
I can.
We can do it too. Wasn't Neon Monkey the monkey? It's called the monkey.
Monkey
right?
Man?
No. Oh, is that? No, the monkey. The clapping monkey.
Yeah.
Isn't it just called the monkey?
I think it is called the monkey.
Is that Neon?
I don't know, dude. Why are you asking me that? I'm just kidding. I think it was.
Why am I asking you that? We're on a film and TV podcast. You don't know anything? Who am I talking to here?
You don't even know.
Imagine
dude.
you were an imaginary person that I just talked to, and then I was just saying all your part.
Mm-hmm.
Now that sentence, why are you asking me that, would make more sense.
Mm-hmm.
In that case.
Yeah.
Maybe I think that about the monkey because of the font.
It's probably maybe Neon. I don't know.
Well, they go to that hotel at one point, and I feel like there's like a...
Oh, where there's an explosion.
Yeah.
Of bodily proportions. Man, the reviews of the monkey are pretty negative on Google.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, there's a lot of 1 stars. I'm kind of surprised. It is Neon, by the way.
That's so extreme, man. Everyone's so extreme.
Yeah. I thought this movie was pretty fun from what I remember.
It was fun. What did I say? Was it 3 or 3.5?
I don't remember, dude.
It was, yeah, it's good.
Barely remember what I thought.
It was good, but I don't know. It was not the best by any means.
Yeah. You know what I want to watch? This is a quick aside, Simon. I want to watch that K-pop Demon Hunters movie. That movie is like incredibly well rated. Like both popcorn meter wise and tomato meter wise. The animation style looks kind of fun. It looks like kind of like they're doing action. I don't know. Do I want to watch K-pop Demon Hunters? Maybe. My fiance
What is
does.
that? Why?
It's I don't know. It's a Netflix movie. It came out June 20th. I think I mentioned it as
what
a
is
joke.
it? I've seen it for sure. But what exactly is it? Do you understand?
So when they aren't selling out stadiums, Simon, K-pop superstars Rumi, Mira, and Zoe use their secret identities as badass demon hunters to protect their fans from an ever-present supernatural threat. Together, they must face their biggest enemy yet, an irresistible rival boy band of demons in disguise.
Right.
Yeah.
Is it in Korean?
No, it's in English.
Okay. K-pop is Korean.
It stands
pop?
for it does stand for Korean pop. Okay. It does indeed.
Why isn't it in Korean?
I don't fucking know, dude. I didn't make the goddamn movie.
Are you sure though? Are you sure?
I'm
like
99%
it's not a sub situation because they love dub over there.
No,
Netflix.
Man, it's
love it.
The cast. Yeah, no, the cast is like, I think they have like Koreans playing the characters, but I think it's in English. Like Ben Jong is in it as an example. I don't know if he's Korean. But he is in it. But yeah, there's Arden Cho, Liza Koshy, Mei Hong. I don't know if Daniel Dae Kim.
Ben Jong. But isn't Ben... Wait, hold on a second.
Ken Jong.
Yeah, Ken. I thought you said... First of all, I thought you said Ben.
I didn't say Ben.
But...
Sungwon Cho is also in it. The YouTuber. Sungwon Cho. Sungwon. I really like him. I like Sungwon Cho. He was in... he voiced the rabbit creature in God of War Ragnarok. It's not a rabbit. It's the fucking thing. The beaver. What? You know what I'm talking about with the tree?
The tree?
Yeah, there's a tree. He's on the island and he's like, ah. Anyways, doesn't matter.
Well, I lost you. I don't know.
Yeah.
Okay. What? I'm just looking at Ken Jeong. I think Ken Jeong, well, he was born in the United States, for one thing.
Mm-hmm.
But I think Ken Jeong is from... No, he is. Yeah. His family is from South Korea. Never mind.
Nice.
Never mind. It's okay. That was a waste of 30 seconds of airtime. Anyway,
do you know Sun Cho though? Like Pro ZD on YouTube. That's his like YouTube thing.
No.
He does. He sings Evanescence "Take Me to Life" as Goofy, start to finish.
What?
You don't know that video?
No.
You're missing out. It's actually fucking hilarious. He's a voice actor.
You said that Lee Byung-hun is in it, right?
No, I didn't.
From Squid Game?
Oh, he is in it from Squid Game.
Yeah.
No, I didn't say that though. Daniel Day Kim. I said Daniel Day Kim's in it.
Oh, that leads me to my next one. Butterfly. So, I'm moving on August 13th on Amazon Prime Video. Actually, it's not. It's a 6-episode series with Daniel Day Kim as a spy.
Crazy. I didn't even hear about that, dude. I didn't even hear about that.
There's a lot of weird Amazon. There's a lot of weird Amazon things. I find. There's like a lot of them, and they're not that good. Like there was that movie with Idris Elba and John Cena. Oh, is that Amazon Prime?
Yeah, it is.
War of the Worlds. That's Amazon Prime. Yeah, they have a lot of bad or questionable content. Like the John Cena Aquafina movie, not that good. That's Amazon Prime. And then there's the John
Pete
Cena
Davidson Eddie Murphy movie that just came out, where it's like, hey, I'm Pete Davidson and I'm Eddie Murphy, and we drive a Brinks truck or whatever.
Yeah, right. It just doesn't look good. But there's big stars doing this. The John Cena Idris Elba one is weird because John Cena is supposed to be the president of the United
States.
I'm pretty sure.
Oh man,
it's like I think this president is spending more time at the gym than the White House. I'm gotta say. Did they install like an incredible gym at the White House?
The Oval Office.
This guy's just like he's getting swole. I don't know that this guy's
oh bro, he's so fucking swole, dude.
Fixing poverty or getting healthcare going. He's kind of I'm pretty sure he plays the president. I could be incorrect, but I'm pretty sure
that seems maybe right.
And Idris Elba plays the Prime Minister of the UK.
Crikey, mate.
Crikey, mate. I'm the president of the UK. I'm from Australia.
Yeah. Okay, cool. What my final thing?
Tall man here.
Tall man here. The last thing I got on my list, Simon, is Honey Don't. You know that? Honey Don't?
No.
Comes out August 22nd. You don't know Honey Don't? Dude, it's the Aubrey Plaza, Margaret Qualley. They're lesbian. Margaret Qualley's a lesbian again.
I think. Ethan Coen.
Yeah.
Ethan Coen. Yeah, I do.
I don't know if she's actually lesbian in this one.
No,
it's not rated well.
No, neither was the one going before.
Ethan Coen I watched the one before.
They're a dream team, okay? They need to work together again.
Yeah, I watched the one before. I forget which one that was, and it wasn't good. Drive Away Dolls. Yeah.
It was okay.
I don't like it.
It was okay. It's pretty
Dude, that's so unfortunate. This is like Aubrey Plaza, Margaret Qualley.
It's worse than Drive Away Dolls. Drive Away Dolls is 63%. Yeah. Not
Audience
good.
score is pretty bad. Maybe this is going to be opposite.
Maybe. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm disappointed though. He's got two. I don't know. He's got two. I don't know. Where's Joel? What happened to Joel?
Joel.
They're the dream team, man. They're the dream team. What's Joel doing? I don't know.
He can only get half the Rotten Tomatoes score without his brother.
Yeah, maybe that's what it is. You add it together, you get 84%.
Mm-hmm. That's a good review.
Wow, 63%? He get 126.
26, dude. That's really good, man.
He's killing
better than any movie I've seen, man.
Yeah.
That's unfortunate, dude. That's unfortunate. I was kind of intrigued about this.
I'm going to type in Joel Coen here because I'm curious. Where'd he go? What happened to him?
I don't know.
Down from the Mountain. Oh, that's freaking old. What the heck's going on? Why isn't this in order? Why did it give me the movies? I just want Joel the man. The man, Joel Coen. There we go. Joel Coen. The Tragedy of... Oh. Uh-oh.
That one was rated very well.
He did something on his own. The Tragedy of Macbeth. He killed it.
Yeah.
Oh, that's the one with Denzel. Oh.
Honey, that wasn't Denzel.
Okay. Wasn't this on Apple TV Plus?
That seems maybe correct. Dude, imagine if Ethan was there. This movie would have done 186% on Rotten Tomatoes, dude.
Missed opportunities. Yeah, I hope they get back together again. It's too bad.
Yeah, that's it. That's all, man. I don't got nothing else for you.
There's a weird thing about this, and I don't want to connect this too deeply because that's kind of mean. And I think Ethan Coen's like one of the best filmmakers ever, because that duo is incredible. Their run of movies, No Country for Old Men. I love True Grit. I think it's incredible. Inside Llewyn Davis is so good. They've such a crazy. They're so good, just overall. But I will say,
Fargo,
I didn't talk too much about Blue Moon. That is what Blue Moon's about, actually. It's a theater like playwright duo, and one of them goes off without the other one, and then he writes Oklahoma, which is like an incredibly famous play. And so it's about Ethan Hawke's character, who's the other writer, and he's like dealing with. Oh, his name is Ethan. That's weird. The guy with connection. It's the actor, though. It's the actor. But Ethan Hawke's character is dealing with the aftermath of his partner going off into like this crazy fame while he's got like a drinking problem. And he uses like Margaret Qualley as like a muse. It's like it's strange because it looks like a bottle episode. It looks like it's all filmed in this one bar. It's got Bobby Carnival as the bartender. It seems pretty interesting. It looks cozy in some way. It's weird because they're just in this one place, you know, like the Hateful Eight, but it's not a Western at all. Anyway, okay, cool. I think we're out of here. I think we've run ourselves dry. That we have nothing else to say unless you've got more.
No, I think that's it. That's all, man. I think this was such a freaking good time with you. I hope you think I brought the energy this time.
Yeah, it was good. It was fun, and that's all that matters, you know? Oh, I've got one more upcoming thing. Americana. Did we say this one? August 15th comes out. Tony Tost is the director. Sydney Sweeney, Paul Walter Hauser. I think it's about trying to con people, I believe. They buy some strange thing, or they try to get this artifact. And it's got a good cast.
Yeah.
It's got a good cast. Yeah, it does look interesting. Is that whole controversy with Sydney Sweeney? Yeah, she's got I was just about to say, yeah. He's got a serious controversy going on right now.
Dude, that was so weird. Like when there was controversy and I didn't know what it was about, and I watched the ads and I'm like, I still don't understand. Like, I don't know. Yeah. And then my fiance came home. She's like, "Oh, did you hear about the controversy with Sydney Sweeney?" I was like, "Yeah." And I watched the not the trailers, the commercials, and I don't get it. She's like, it's because like she says, like she's got good genes, but instead of like genes, it's like GENES, and it's like a blonde hair, blue eyed woman. And I was like, oh,
but it doesn't say that.
I know it doesn't say that, but that's what people are getting from it.
That is what they're implying, but not the blonde hair, blue eyes part. They're implying genes, but they're just not implying the blonde hair, blue eye part.
Yeah, just like
that's the part that people are looking
that she's
into.
Just like an attractive woman.
Yeah, I think that's what they're going for. I think it's a bit of an overreaction.
But you're fucking telling me, dude. I don't even know what the fuck it was.
There is an element, though, I will say. Why does she sound like that? She sounds like she got hit in the head with a shovel. That's right.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. It's direction, I guess, because she has a regular voice and other things she's in, dude.
Yeah. What's up with that? Why does she sound like this? She's like so relaxed. Like she's really relaxed. You know?
Just took a bunch of fucking...
I don't know.
I don't even know. I can't think of a thing.
It's the most like Callie voice I've ever heard in my life, you know? Yeah, that's nailing it without saying anything, I think.
Thank you.
Anyway, yeah, that's the most controversial thing about the ad for me. Just come on. Enunciate your words. You're a professional actress in a lot of things.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's more. I feel like it's more controversial that she's selling her bathwater. But anyway.
Yeah, dude. Okay, to go on a tangent. Well, do you remember, like, I don't know, 5-10 years ago when that OnlyFans like model girl Belle Delphine, when she was selling her bathwater, and then like all the controversy went around that, and people were like, she's disgusting, and then she kind of just disappeared, like she was canceled from that point on.
Was she canceled for that? Shit.
Well, no one ever heard of her since then.
Right.
I think a lot of that had to do with like she was an OnlyFans model, but I think she did like a lot of like I'm a little girl, sort of like weird, like catering to pedos, I guess.
Yeah.
So I think that played a factor, but it's essentially the same thing. But it's like Sydney Sweeney's a famous actress, and she's going to make bank. I mean, good for her. Like, make a shit ton of money. You're one of the most famous actors out there at this moment. Like, she's almost like she's like the female Pedro Pascal, but younger. Like, she's in so many things.
Yeah.
Right. So, I know she get that bread.
Yeah.
Did you buy the bathwater soap?
No. Is it soap? Is that what it was?
I don't remember. I think
she actually put it into soap. I think it was bars of soap.
Because I think the Belle Delphine thing was literally just her bathwater in like a vial or something. Yeah.
Didn't she? Yeah. I think I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
But yeah. Okay. Anyway. Oh well. Yeah. That's it then. Let's move on. Let's move on to the end. The end of the show. Adrian, do you have anything else to say before we end this podcast? It's the end of our regular scheduled programming. No?
No.
I meant to do footnotes so I could track where certain things happened in the podcast, and I just forgot to do the most important one, and now I'm really mad at myself. Anyway, that's it. That's
you
all
do
I have to
footnotes?
say. Yes.
Like with your feet?
I knew you were going there. I should have just predicted it right away. I was like, is he actually, the way he said foot for footnotes, I thought for sure you're probably referencing feet. And of course you are. No, footnotes is, and I mark parts in the episode. You know what I'm talking about. Anyway.
I don't. Please elaborate.
No. Thank you, audience, for listening to episode 116 of Split Focus, a film and TV podcast. My name is Simon Eady, and it has been a pleasure to host you alongside my super cool co-host, Adrian Pinter. Please join us on August 26th for episode 117. Good evening to you, and good luck.
Take care, everyone. Thank you. Thanks for your time, Simon. This was nice. I love chatting with you, pal.
Goodbye.